Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. DCU and PFA already in the chat. Run the play. Listen, drop where you calling in from. Let me know where you guys are calling in from. Let me know in the chat where you guys are checking in from. Drop your cities, drop your states, where you checking in from. All right. Let me know. Drop it in the chat. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Drop it in the chat. I see Vegas. I see Houston. Detroit. Long Island, Michigan. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So listen. 1 second. Where we got Orlando, Virginia, Colorado Springs, Irvine, California. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1 second as we get everybody in, y'all. Give me 1 second as we go ahead and get everybody in and get ready to get it going. Y'all give me 1 second as everybody is joining in. Let's go. Austin, North Carolina, Cedar Hill. Listen, I want to know what it is that you guys do. So in the chat, let me know who I'm talking to, what business owners, what it is that you're interested in. What made you show up tonight here live and spend time out of your day with me? What makes you spend the time out of your day with me? What is it that you're looking to gain from tonight's training? What is it that you're looking to gain from tonight's training? What is it in business that you do? Let me know. Y'all drop it in the chat. Let me know. Aerospace engineer, working on building my motivational speaking business. Let's go. Business and personal funding. Okay, perfect, perfect. E-commerce. I see e-commerce. I see lifestyle. I see Airbnb, multifamily rentals. Okay, personal training, looking to build capital. Okay, invest in land. Need a bag, truck driver. Let's go. Health and fitness. Get my details together to tap into personal funding. Looking to build streams to leverage millions. Got it. Business acquisition. Okay, got it. Solar panel cleaning. Let's go. Dump truck. Trucking, want funding. Let's go. Airbnb. Business and personal funding for my beauty supply store. Let's go. Let's go. We got a diverse group in here tonight, right? But the overall thing, I see a lot of different business owners looking to gain capital and access to funding, understanding what it looks like and what that needs to be to actually get to that next level, to help your business go to the next level, what that's actually going to need to look like. Got it. Trucking, event space owner. Let's go. Skincare and spa owner. Perfect. Listen, how to obtain credit funding for my business. Tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I think everybody essentially is ready to get out of that rat race. Anybody who's in it, of living paycheck to paycheck. How to liquidate credit into cash. What is my real Instagram account name? HIM500. I see life coaching is here. Clothing line, nail salon. Got it. Got it. I want to do the same type of business and do webinars like this. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That good. Well, you're in the right place. Boom, boom, boom. What else you got? Event center, logistics, real estate. Got it. Got it. All right. how to strategically build and benefit with credit and build wealth. Got it. All right. Amazon FBA, how to optimize. I rent cars to people in car accidents. Good. Public storage. All right. Somebody said they can't hear, but I see most of you guys can hear me, right? You guys can drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Somebody said Uber. Listen, they want to take Uber to make it. And how can I make $1 million with Uber in 24 months? What does that look like? Right? These are things that I want to cover tonight. Is one is access to funding. I want to teach you guys how to get access to funding. But before that, I want to show you guys different ways to create different streams of income, because I think that's super important. It's like, yo, how do we establish streams of income? And I think that's one of the key things is like establishing streams of income. If I can't tell you anything tonight, one thing that I want you guys to walk away with is this, is that it's more important what you do with, the most important thing about money is what you do with the money you make, not how you make the money. Do you guys agree? What you do with the money is more important than how much money you make. Do you guys agree? Y'all let me know if y'all agree with that, right? What you actually do with your money is more important than how much money you make. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Let me know if you agree with that. Sometimes we think that we need to go make $1 million. We need to make a large amounts of money, and don't realize is that what we do with the money is sometimes more important. If I could show you how to go spend $400 or $500 to accumulate $3,000 to accumulate a few extra $100 a month, is it worth it? Yes. Why? Because what comes in monthly will continue to come in. If I make a few $1,000s a month and I spend a few $1,000s a month, then congratulations, I'm still in the rat race, living paycheck to paycheck. So my goal is that I want you guys to get out of the paycheck to paycheck. Does not only apply to people with a 9-to-5. Most entrepreneurs live paycheck to paycheck. It's just based on clients. It's client to client, or it's sale to sale, right? It's install to install. It's job to job. That's still living paycheck to paycheck. It's not about I want to be an entrepreneur just to work for myself. Like, we have to get out of that mindset. That has to change immediately. It cannot be I want to be an entrepreneur because I don't like listening to nobody. The reason for you to want to be an entrepreneur in this economy and at this time in place has to be deeper than that. If it's the fact that you don't like your manager and your boss is the reason that you want to be an entrepreneur, find a new job and work with somebody that you like. I'm gonna tell you now, because this ain't for you. If you're doing it because you don't like your manager or your boss or somebody telling you what to do, you just need to find a new career path. You don't need to be an entrepreneur. You need to find a new career path. Because if you think having a boss or other managers telling you what to do is a problem, you wait till your clients tell you what to do. The people who are directly benefiting from your service, who directly affect the money you make, who actually pays you, oh, that's your new boss. Don't think that there's ever a time where you become the authority and nobody can tell you what to do. Oh, wait till the market shifts. Oh, wait till competitors come into play. Now the competitors are basing your pricing or your business model because they start improving on the services that are being provided in the same industry that you're in. See, there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to entrepreneurship, when people can affect what it is that you do. See, not like when somebody says to you or the fact that somebody can tell you what to do, that's not a good enough reason to enter into this world, because this world is not for the weak. I'm going to tell you now, this world is not for the weak. I'll tell you how to get access to capital. I can tell you how to get, go generate a few streams of income. But don't think that, hey, I need to just do this and walk away from a 9-to-5 because of my personal feelings got hurt. This ain't the answer. This ain't the answer. So before we get started, I don't want you to come in here and think that, oh man, this is easy and it's a walk in the park. Don't come. I'm the one that talk. I talk about how to get money, how to go make money, but I'm the one that talk about how to go work. I'm the one that's gonna tell you that it's gonna take work. I'm the one. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna take you some time. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Because establishing something worth having is gonna take you 6 months to a year. Having a good credit profile is not based off your credit score. It's based off of your habits, which is more important than your credit score or the buildup of your credit report. You don't got a bad credit report because for the sake of having a bad credit report. You got a bad credit report for the sake of the fact that you wasn't responsible. For the sake of the fact that your morals and your integrity wasn't all the way together. You made mistakes and you didn't think everything all the way through when you agreed to pay somebody money that you owe. See, you don't get bad credit on somebody, it's somebody else's fault, right? I know a lot of times we want to blame somebody else, but if we blame somebody else for the reason that we got bad credit, I don't want you here either. If you can't say that the reason I need help with my credit is because I didn't study it, I haven't learned about credit, so that's why I'm here with you tonight, to learn the things that I don't know about credit. The reason my credit is bad is because I've made mistakes in the past, right? No, well, how did I make? I co-signed for somebody. Okay, well, when I co-signed for somebody, I made a bad decision because I didn't have a certain level of respect for my credit. I didn't hold myself to a certain standard where I don't allow myself to get in these positions for these negative things to affect my life in the way that I'm perceived when it comes to my credit, when it comes to my actual ability to go to financial institutions and borrow capital. I need to take responsibility for that because it falls on me. Everything in the world is my fault. Everything that goes on with me is my fault. I'm not going to only be self-made when I become successful. I'm not going to only be self-made when I make it rich. I'm not going to only be self-made when I buy my first house. I'm not going to only be self-made when I put my kids through college and I raise great kids and they go on to be successful. That's not the only time I'm gonna be self-made. Let's also be self-made when it's time to hold ourselves accountable for the mistakes that we've made. Let's also hold ourselves accountable for the bad decisions that we've made. Let's also hold ourselves accountable for our bad financial habits. Let's also hold ourselves accountable for our lack of financial literacy. Because what? Because we have an opportunity every single day to wake up and go study and improve our life. Before we get started, can we agree to that? Drop a 1 in the chat, a 100 in the chat if we can agree to that. I'm going to be self-made when it comes to being the first millionaire in my family, but I'm also going to be self-made for accepting and the responsibility for every single downfall and every hurdle that I got to go across because of decisions that I have made that were reflective of issues that I have control over to change and create. Can I get a 1 for that? So as we build, the first thing on first is always being what? Accountability. If we hold ourselves accountable, we can now hold everybody else accountable. See, I don't owe nobody nothing when you got this. When I hold myself accountable, if I got to hold myself accountable for every mistake that I've made, then you got to hold. I can hold you accountable for the mistakes that you've made. And now anybody that comes into my life, I'm okay with that. See, it's not okay if I say, "Oh man, I was raised in the hood, and these are the things that just happened, and everything that this is why I'm poor, and this is why I'm gonna stay in the hood, and this is why I'm gonna carry a gun, and I'm gonna want to shoot people that look like me." See, if I justify that, then I'm gonna justify the lack thereof actions from everybody else around me. See, I'm gonna justify the actions of my friends. I'm gonna justify the actions of my peers. See, that's what happens is that now I'm justifying the actions of them because I'm justifying it for myself. But if I say, nah, get up every single day. Nah. Don't think that you get to sleep in. Don't say that, oh man, I know I agreed to pay this cable bill, but man, I went out to the club on Friday and spent the money and I fucked the money off. And I messed up. No, it's not okay. I need to hold myself accountable for making these decisions. And the next time these opportunities present themselves, I need to make the smarter decision because this is what's going to help me gain financial freedom. This is in this moment I gain success. See, I didn't become successful. I didn't become who I am today based off the decisions that I'm making today. The decisions that I made years ago are a reflection of who I am today. When I stopped making bad decisions, when I didn't smoke weed, when I stopped going to clubs and wanting to drink alcohol and pop bottles when I knew I couldn't afford it, right? When I stopped chasing girls and just trying to sleep with women, that's when I became successful. When I chose not to gangbang is when I became successful. See, these are all decisions. When I chose not to go work at McDonald's or Burger King and go get a sales job, that's when I became successful. The reward just wasn't there yet. The reward wasn't there yet. I just want you to understand that before we start, because I don't need, listen to me. I'm trying to create 100 millionaires. It's 880 people on here. 5 might come from this. 5 might come from this. Today is a training. I'm trying to stay on here for 90 minutes. By 9:30, 9:45, I want to be off of here. I want to be off of here. But I just don't want to talk to people who shouldn't be here. This ain't for everybody. It ain't easy. It's not. Is it attainable? 100%. I'm human just like you. I got flaws just like you. I snore. I snore. I got weight loss, weight gain. I'm wife, kids, arguments with family members, arguments with my wife, letdowns with my kids that when they get upset with me for things that I don't do and things that I forget and that it hurt their feelings. I'm a human just like you. I got feelings just like you. I got people who love me just like you. I got people in my life who hurt me just like you. Guess what? I probably got high cholesterol just like you. Right? Listen, I make mistakes. I ain't supposed to eat fried foods. Guess what? I do it just like you. I want you to understand that I'm a human just like you. I've made mistakes publicly, unlike you. Still have to get up and keep going. Still have to get up and still keep working and keep fulfilling my purpose of what it is that I do. I'm a human just like you. I ain't God, I ain't Jesus. I'm a human being that has a calling that what? God has put a calling on all of us, and something that we all have, something in this life that we're supposed to fulfill. Everybody has a calling. I don't know what your calling is, but you got one just like I got one. We're going to work or we're going to work. We're going to fulfill it or not. If not, we're going to lose and we're going to fall by the wayside. We're going to watch those succeed. And we look at them like they something special. They're not special. They're just the ones who actually listen and follow the footsteps that was called on them and was willing to do the work. Come on now, let's get to work. Let's go. Let's go. Enough with the preaching. Let's go to work. All right. So listen, I'm going to give you guys the framework to generate passive income with zero skills, little to time, and no money down. Some of it. But guess what? I cannot create the human being that it is that it takes to do so. It's certain levels of accountability that's going to need to be there for you to do so. All right. It's certain levels of the family that is just things that you have to be. So I want to break down to you some of the things like, okay, as we start talking, I say, listen, well, who is HIM500? Let's get right past it. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a community leader, I'm a philanthropist, and I'm a business owner. Before I'm anything, I'm a husband. They say you a husband before you a father, 100%, because the relationship that I am committed to in my marriage helps me be everything else. Let me explain something. The husband is the foundation of everything else. See, my commitment with my wife, my relationship with my wife, my relationship in my home of who I am is the foundation for everything else. That's the foundation for me being a great father. See, me being the husband that my wife desires and that my wife wants for me, I know what my wife requires from me. I know what my wife desires from me. Well, me being that husband to her of what she desires, what she requires, allows me to create a household where she can be the mother that she wants to be. See, as long as she can be the mother that she wants to be, as long as she can be the person first before the mother, as long as she can be the woman and the human being that she wants to be, I'm being a husband that she wants. when she can freely be that mother that goes out and has play dates with my daughters and their friends. We went to a birthday party, left the birthday party, went to another play date. See, this allows her to go out and be the mother that she wants to be. This allows me to have a house that I want to be in because I can come and I can work. It allows me to be able to go and travel and connect with the people that I do business with. It allows me to go be Marcus when I'm not being HIM500. See, HIM500 handles business. This is me. But sometimes Marcus need to be Marcus. See, y'all don't get to see when I need days when I go off the grid and I put my phone up and I go sit up in a spa. I go get massages. I get my hair cut, or I just go somewhere and I turn my music up and I just ride and I drive around the city. I go sit in the park by myself, listen to music, look on my phone, hang out with just me because I just need something for me. When I just want to go and just have conversations with my brother, I don't care. I talk to my brother for 2 hours, 3 hours. We on the phone gossiping. That's time for Marcus. It's just me. Sometimes I gotta release from every brand, from everything that I'm building, from the daddy, I gotta let it go. But that's the coming from my household. The father, my kids, providing and creating the household for them to thrive, grow, and flourish in. The son. I don't know about y'all, but as a child that comes from a parent, I want to make my mom proud. I want to make my mom proud. I don't know how many people, some people, I understand you may have lost your parents, or your parents may not have been in your life. But who was it in your life? Was it a football coach? Was it a teacher? Was it a mentor that you want to make proud? See, my mom's in my life. I've disappointed my mom and let her down by decisions and things that I've done. But the overall goal is that I still want to make my mom proud as a son. I want my mom to be able to say, "Hey, this is my baby. Oh, how your son doing? He's doing well. This is what he got going on. Have you not seen this?" And be able to talk about it. I'm honest. I want my mom to be able to brag. Whoever you talking to, kids got some big shoes to fill when y'all start talking about what your son got going on. I need you to be proud of what you created. I need you to be proud of what you created. See, I look at my kids and just be like, yo, I want to love you. I want you to be a great person. But I know how much work I'm putting into you. Listen, don't let me down. For me to be proud of my seeds when my daughters get of age and grow on and go on to be adults, I see the amount of work it puts in to be a parent. I'm nothing like my kids. I'm nothing like my kids. Let's get to it. Community leader, philanthropist, business owner. All right. Listen, let's get into it. All right. How long do you guys have to be successful? How long do you guys have to be successful and enjoy the success that you actually obtain? Let me know. How long do you guys have? Let me know. How long do you guys have? So I said 25 more years. I said before you turn 60, right? Let me know, right? This is one of the things that I like to just put in perspective, right? Your most enjoyable years were you're independent, not the most enjoyable, right? I know people who are over 60, living and enjoying their life. They enjoy their grandchildren. They enjoy their children. They live the good life. They are good. This is one of them sensitive subjects, and I'm not trying to be offensive. All right? But listen, between the ages of 1 through 18, you depended on somebody. When you get to 60, you're going to have to depend on somebody. You got 40 years between 20 and 60 to make it count. Between 20 and 30 are vital years for you to start building, establishing, and growing, but also making mistakes because you're in your 20s and you get to do 20-year-old activities. Let's just be quite frank. 30-year-old activities and 20-year-old activities don't look the same. 40-year-old activities and 20-year-old activities, they don't even relate. They ain't even cousins. Let's be clear. 20 to 30 years old, right? 20 to 30 years old is the most of the time where a lot of us don't realize is that that's the key to start realistically building a foundation. Because once we get to 30, most of us, what happens is between 18 and 25, we make mistakes because we're young. 18 to 25, we're starting to learn we're not even learning financial literacy. We're learning hardships and making all the mistakes, right? And for Black men, between the ages of 18 to 25 is when most Black men commit crimes, and they end up in trouble. Between the ages of 18 to 25 is when most Black men commit crimes and end up in the prison system. Between 18 to 25. For those that don't, it's still when they go out and they will fall onto what? They mess up their credit. They waste time. They think they got their whole life. How many of you guys are over 30 and you look back at that time you spent between 20 and 25, 20 and 27, and you go, I felt like I had forever. I don't have forever. That felt like yesterday. It felt like yesterday. Right? It felt like yesterday. I'm 34. I turned 35 this year. I thought I was young. I realized that when I turned 20, 21, it's the same time for me to go from 35 to 50. And I said, okay, I don't have that much more time left. I don't have that much more time left. It's going to fly by, whether I like it or not. I better enjoy it. So what I want you guys to do and understand is this, right? What I want you to do and understand is that between the ages of 18 to 20, we had those were timelines. 20 to 30, that's the timeline. Between 30 and 40, we start to get it right. Between 40 and 50, we start to actually enjoy it. 50 and 60 is when it gets where we really understand it and we got it down pat. But by the time we get to 60, we start to become dependent because of what? Technology, the economy. All of these things come into play once we get over 50 years old, where we start to become what? Dependent. Why? Because things change. Anybody here that's over 50 will tell you, you're talking about AI, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, chat GPT is like, I got to really slow down and pay attention to this. I need to really learn this stuff. This is really a learn. You throw me an iPhone, an iPad out the box and tell me to set it up and go code a website. Can't do it. You can go Google how to do it. Don't know what to Google. Yo, go get on Reddit and learn how to do it. What's Reddit? It's people in their 30s that feel the same exact way, and that's part of the issue. So I say all of that to say You realistically got 40 years, which is 4 decades, to make it count. I don't know what decade you in between 20 and 60, but you got 4 decades to make it count. You got 4 decades to make it count. If you it's up to you to figure out, I don't know, which decade you in. So I don't know how much time you got, but it's time to work. You got 4 decades, that ain't that long, to really enjoy, to really flourish, to really live your best life. We want to travel the world. We want to vacation. We want to have marriages. We want to raise children. You got 4 decades of your prime activities, of your prime, you actually being able to learn, and your brain is fully functional at its peak. 4 decades. Let's work. Y'all write down what decade you in. I want y'all to know if y'all in your first decade, your second decade, your third decade, or you in your 4th decade. I need you to know. Somebody said, I'm 20 years old. I need to get financially free ASAP, 100%. You don't have time to be young and use young as an excuse. We don't. At 20 years old, reality, you got to work. I know people would love to say, hey, man, you 20, you young, enjoy life. No, you 20 years old, get to work. Get your finances in order. Get your financial literacy together. Get your financial habits, your budgeting in order. Get all of that in order now, because what? As you grow, it's going to matter when you're 30. Your life will be amazing at 30 if you get it together at 20 and you learn it now. You will live great in your 20s, and you will live better in your 30s, and it will be even better in your 40s. And by the time you get into your 50s, you will be a god in your family. I promise you. You will be a god in your family. I started getting it together in my 20s. I'm a god in my family in my 30s. I am that guy in my family, and I'm only in my 30s. I've surpassed everybody before me, and I'm setting a hell of a tone for everybody behind me, and anybody around me is getting smoked because of the work that I put in my 20s, and now that I reaping and still building in my 30s. It's different. Somebody said, I feel old as F now. Listen, it doesn't matter. This is the youngest you will ever be in your life. This is the youngest you will ever be in your life. You will never be younger than this. You will never be younger than you are right now. This is the youngest you will ever be. So if you feel old, cool, accept it and understand that if you think this is old, you're going to be older tomorrow. Tomorrow you will be older. You will be old as F more tomorrow. That's the kicker. Now we realize why we got to go to work. I'm not even going to the reason for this webinar. The reason for this webinar is so we can make money. All right, period. Let's go. What are your financial goals for 2023? I do need you to identify your goals. We do have to get comfortable with identifying our goals. How much money do you realistically want to have in the bank account? Not, hey, I want to have 100 million. Yeah, I got $100 million goals too, but I need to put this amount in my bank account. This is what I want to put in my bank account. Can we get realistic goals? How much money do you want to have in your bank account? Let's talk about money. I don't need you to put it on here. I need you to write it down. Because see, I notice a lot of people that come to me that need money, they ask me for $1,000. They ask me for $500. Max is $2,000. I don't have anybody that comes to me and say, yo, I'm in a hardship. I need to borrow 50,000. I need to borrow 100,000. Nobody comes to me with those hardships. So when I talk to people and everybody say, I want to make 100 million, I want to make 10 million, I want to make no, listen, let's be realistic. Let's say like this. Listen. What's the realistic number that you would be comfortable with in the life that you're living now? When you make if you don't got 100,000 and you ain't never had 100,000 and you don't got $15,000 a month in bills, don't tell me you want to make $1 million. I get it, but I'm not asking what you want to make. I'm asking you what makes you comfortable and content now that you go, I'm straight. It's a difference. Somebody said 150,000. Somebody else said 15,000. See, that's the reality. Is that I'm not 15,000 a month. Good answer. Why? Because if I can show you how to make $15,000 a month, does that change your life? See, does that change your life? What does that cash flow monthly look like for you that makes your life, you go, I'll be able to invest in more businesses. I'll be able to, I'm not worried about paying no bills. All my overhead will be covered. I will be able to properly save. I will be able to properly invest, and I'll be able to provide for my family. If I made how much, what kind of cash flow do I need to actually establish? See, I didn't shoot for $1 million a month. I didn't shoot for that. You know what I used to shoot for? $10,000. I remember my goal was $100,000 a year. I wanted to make six figures. I figured out how to make six figures. Then I started figuring out, oh man, how do I make $20,000 a month? See, once I crossed the six figures, I started realizing that wasn't enough. But it was enough to get me to a foundation where I own my home. I was able to take my family on vacations. We were able to have decent transportation, good, nice cars, and we were able to live good. We had holiday dinners at my house. I had furniture, fully furnished houses, nice bars. I was able to put all the TVs where I want them. I was able to put my blue lights in the house. I was able to live comfortably. I was able to go shopping when I wanted. I was able to travel and take vacations, and making $100,000 a year. My life was okay. Let's not say $100,000 a year ain't no money no more. Cap. My life was okay. It was a lot better than what I come from. It was a lot better than poverty. Life was okay. So when life got okay, I started realizing that it can be better. I want y'all to get to a point where life is okay. And then I want you to make that better. I don't want you to say, I want to shoot for the moon. Listen, we in hard economic times right now. I'm not going to sit here and paint a false narrative, a false picture that everybody going to go make $100 million. It's people going to make hundreds of millions of dollars in this economy, but you got to be cut for it. You got to be built for it. And it takes training, and you got to be prepared. It's showtime. This is now we're in the playoffs right now. And then we're going to be in a Super Bowl in a few months, right? Or the next year or two, if we go into a Great Depression, it's going to be Super Bowl where all the superstars really get to shine. But it's going to be some role players who are going to have a good season and have a good run, and they're going to flourish. And they may make and acquire a few $100,000, a few $1 million over the next few years in this economic times. I want to be real with you. $10,000 a month on top of the job that I have. $10,000 a month on top of the job that I have. Guess what? Why is that great? Because they understand that they're not willing to quit their job. They're like, yo, I want to make more money on top of the money that I'm already making. But I'm still willing to continuously do what I've been doing. All right? $17,000 a month. See what I'm saying? Like, these are the numbers. These are the things that we realistically have to ask for, right? This is what we realistically have to identify what it is that we want. All right. These are the things that we realistically have to identify what it is that we want. So now that we got those realistic numbers, now we get to continuously keep building. Y'all follow me? Y'all with me? 10,000, keep my job. I'm not the one to tell people quit their job. I'm not a 9-to-5 worker, but I'm not the one to tell people quit their job. But y'all with me so far. So we identify the numbers. We identify, it's key to understand how much time we got in our life. It's key to identify how much money we actually have, right? How much money do we realistically need to get to? We can surpass it, but let's not ever lose sight of the goal that makes us comfortable. All right? So my primary goal, right, is to help you generate income. Boom, additional $36,000 a year, boom, 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 whatever. House rules, let's get into it, right? House rules is this. I need everybody to be respectful. Everybody here is at different levels. Some of you guys may be at a higher level. Some of you guys may be at a lower level. I'm going to speak to people who are looking to take, they're making $500,000 a year and they're looking to go to 5 million. It's going to be people in here making $50,000 a year and they're looking to go to 500,000. It's going to be people in here who say, hey, listen, I'm just now starting. I don't know anything. I'm looking to grow to the next level. I don't even know what the next level looks like. I'm just here to learn and hear what the hell you got to say on this Sunday evening. All right. So let's just be respectful. Let's be respectful of that for everybody that's here. All right. Let's be respectful of that for everybody that's here. Anytime if my team sees any disrespectful comments, not only towards me, but towards anybody in the comments, you will be blocked out, banned, and kicked out. All right. So let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it positive, and let's work. Look, you should be taking notes, taking notes, writing things down, and actually looking at the things that you can implement. Does everything that I teach apply to you? It does not have to. I need you to realize is this. I need you to take a handful of things away from here. I need you to take away things that are going to directly affect you and things that you need to work towards and grow. All right. All right. I want you to take away things that you can use and things that can help you grow. That's the main thing that I want you guys to take away with. Things that are actually can be implemented now. I don't need you taking away every single note, every single bar. I need you to think when I'm talking, you thinking about how can I implement this now? I may say, hey, here, you go on Fiverr and get a list for restaurant owners. You may not be in the restaurant field. I don't need you going trying to create a business for restaurant owners. I need you trying to figure out, hey, okay, I clean shoes. So maybe I can get shoe influencers and I can go get a list for shoe influencers. Even though I said restaurant owners, I need you to be able to pull away what I said and apply it to you. All right. I want you to be able to apply it to you. I'm going to teach you steps, but I can't teach steps across every single vertical because everybody's in different lanes. So I need you to just understand the principles that are being taught and see, okay, how do I apply this principle? How do I apply this outline of business? How do I apply this to what it is that I want to do and what I'm going to do or what I'm doing? That's the key. This is not I'm not giving you a one size shoe. This will apply to some people who actually do what I'm saying. But if what I'm saying is not your goal, and your passion, that does not mean that this isn't for you. Any business principle in the blueprints to business, majority of them are the same. I know people, so I said, bro, you're not gonna be done by 9:30. Thank you for holding me accountable. But I'm gonna try to breeze through. All right. It wasn't 9, it was 9:45. I said I want to be done by 9:45. All right. At the latest 10 o'clock, I'm closing out. Who is that? 24 karat gold Buffalo. Listen, you with me. You my accountability partner for today. All right. Keep me on track because I talk a lot. All right. Passive streams of income, right, to secure your financial future. Boom, boom, boom. AI powered cash flow, right? I tell you guys this. One thing about it, right? Basically run your own race, guys. Yes. But run your own race with guidance. Okay. Run your own race with the proper guidance. Imagine going bowling and there not being a gutter when they put the rails up. That's now. All right. So AI powered cash flow. Leverage AI to create copywriting, online conversion, sales agencies using ChatGPT. Right. Listen. Right now we have a actual. Somebody said, "Take your time." I am. I'm gonna slow down. I'm spending my time with y'all tonight, but I don't want to be on here forever. Out of respect for your time and respect for mine. I want you guys to leverage AI to understand creating copyright, online conversion, sales agencies. Right. What happens is a lot of times we don't realize is that in the business world, it's taken us years. It's taken us years, and it takes us hours and hours to create certain things. How many of you guys go, I want to make a website, but then you got to figure out what to put on the website, right? You got to figure out what to put on the website. So what happens is that a lot of times is that with creating websites, with creating emails, with creating text messages, with creating workflows, these are things that we struggle with, right? You ask yourself, yo, I need to create SOPs for my business. Like I need standard operating procedures for my business. What does that look like? Well, now we have the opportunity, right? Is we can literally go on and use, I'm just going to use ChatGPT. I'm not going to push everything in the ChatGPT, but the fact of the matter is this, is that do you think, how many businesses do you know of, right, How many businesses do you know of that doesn't have an email campaign, that doesn't have a text campaign? How many of you guys follow people on Instagram that you really like and they don't send you emails or text messages and you miss content that they put out? You miss events, you miss things that they got going on. And you be like, nah, I really like you, but I didn't know. Like, how many times do you miss it? Right? How many times do you miss it? So what happens is that, or how many of you guys got favorite restaurants that you like, right? I use this example on Instagram, so I'm gonna use it again. How many of you guys have favorite restaurants that you like? And with the restaurants that you like, right? Since you have like, look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm pointing out because I'm super interactive, right? Um, is that you have to realize, like, listen, when you have to do the work yourself. Somebody said, hey, I just hired somebody off of Fiverr. Somebody else said, who did you hire? That's part of the issue. The issue is that if you don't just go and figure it out and experience hiring somebody, vetting them out, making sure they work. Like, the best part of going to these websites and doing something new is the mistake that you make. See, imagine going to hire somebody and they suck. And then you got to figure out, well, what did they suck? And so now I know I need to ask to make sure that they know this, or they can do this, and I need to maybe get some more resources, or I need to actually get referrals of work that they did. I need to actually see things that they've done. See, these are the things that I don't want you guys to take for granted and think that, hey, let me just add somebody. No, I want you to do the work, because when you do the work, nobody can take it back from you. I don't know if you hear me. When you do the work, nobody can take back the experience that you had. When you actually say, man, I had to hire 5 or 10 people. See, if I had to hire 5 or 10 people and people say, oh man, well, you already got somebody, why you want to charge me to use them? Because the 5 or 10 people I hired, in the learning curve and the learning lesson and the money that I spent and the time that I wasted to get to where I'm at today, you need to pay me for that. Or go do it for yourself. And then you'll be just as strong as me. And I'm 100% okay with that. But go make all the mistakes that I did. It will make you a better businessman. It will make you a stronger businessman. It will make you a 100% better person when you start going through things and actually experiencing for yourself. Don't ask nobody to do nothing for you that you can't do, that you can do for yourself. Unless you just want to cut the line. But if you want to cut the line, you've been to a club before, it always costs extra to cut the line. All right. But it's okay to make the mistakes, especially with something like this. Get on Fiverr and start hiring people to do certain jobs and different tasks and get better at it. But let me go into it. How many of you guys know somebody who actually says, hey, people on here say, yo, I need help with my website, right? I need help with my website. Do you know how many groups there is? Facebook groups. How many of you guys just get in Facebook groups to learn and build resources? You don't always have to be the expert. If you can be an expert at sourcing resources for people, you become great. How many people have a lack of resources? How many people need help with a website? How many people need help marketing? How many people need help with creating ClickFunnels? How many people need help with writing emails? How many people need help with setting up text messages? All of these things are things that people need, but it's not that hard to do. The issue is that they have not found the resource that they need. So if you go and find the resources, forget trying to do it for yourself. Sometimes you can find the resource and just be that resource for everybody else and say, well, look, just let me partner in and get. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Listen to me. If I go get in a ClickFunnels Facebook group and I find people who build out ClickFunnels, and then I go and market to everybody who need a ClickFunnel built out, guess what? I become a resource. If I figure out what ClickFunnels perform the best, what websites perform the best, which text campaigns and text communities perform the best to communicate with their clients. These are things that you literally can use and leverage AI to do. Somebody said, I can use marketing assistants. Cool, that's one person. Would you give me $1,000 to help you with your marketing assistants? Would you give me $1,000 a month? Right? Hey, you need marketing assistant, give me $1,000 a month. But listen, you literally can Okay, Chat GPT. Let me break it down to you guys, right? Chat GPT. Do things like this. I want you guys to do something. I don't know what business industry that you're in, but I need you to say, hey, take a website. Take a website from somebody who does what you do. I need you to, this is the steps. I need you to do it. Okay. Follow me through. I need you to find a competitor or somebody who does what you do, who has a better website than you. Or if you don't have a website yet, I need you to, a website yet. You find somebody who has a website, right? You find somebody who has a website. Let's just say you're in a restaurant business or you're a cook. I'm just using this as an example, right? You're gonna go find another restaurant who has the same kind of vibe and feel that you have. I don't care if you clean shoes, sell shoes, whatever it is, you sell hair. You're gonna find their website, take their website, copy a link from it. Boom. You're then going to input that into Chat GPT, and you can literally say, I want you to realistically walk through this and say, I want you to create, I want you to create 30 email campaigns, a 30-day email sequence based around the information on this website, but change the price point to boom, 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 boom. And the company name is your company name. This will literally, it will literally pull and create what it is that you're looking for. It will literally create your email campaigns. Take the website and say, I want you to take this website and recreate it for, I need code to recreate. You literally can put it into Chat GPT. You literally can take other people's websites and different things like that and ask them, hey, can you give me the workflow? Can you reword this website into my company name and use everything for my business instead? Imagine going saying, hey, I'm going to take the recession-proof website, the EYL University website. Can you take this EYL University website and everywhere that it says EYL University, change it to say Marcus University? And give me all the copy for it. And it'll give you everything with the change out. It's about the creative part is that how do you think, right? So what I want you guys to see is they say, okay, well, how many websites, let's just keep it simple. How many people don't have text message? How many people don't have email sequences, right? How many people don't have text messages? How many people don't have email sequences? If they don't have a text or an email sequence, I can go on Chat GPT and have Chat GPT write a 30-day email sequence for your business. Okay, I'm going to create an email campaign and a text campaign for you. So now guess what? Okay, well, how do you do that? All right, I need you to write Chat GPT. I need you to write down ManyChat. Okay, write this down. I need you to create a workflow. ManyChat is a call to action. ManyChat, right? You go ManyChat. From ManyChat, we're gonna then go. ManyChat is what hooks to my Instagram when you comment the word cash flow. ManyChat sent you the link to my website, right? That system I use is called ManyChat. Okay, when you go on the ManyChat and I send you the link to register, when you register on the website and put your name, phone number, email address in, that's through ClickFunnels. And from ClickFunnels on the back end of it, it's called Active Campaign that gathers all the data. So Active Campaign is on the back end gathering all the data. So it sends you a link from my ClickFunnels website. From ClickFunnels website, it sends you, and the Active Campaign holds all my data. Inside of Active Campaign, right? Inside of Active Campaign, I have workflows that sends out emails based on when you came into my business. So if you came in through, if you came in on a cash flow and you registered for a webinar, there's an email sequence that is attached when you opt in that automatically Active Campaign will send out this email sequence. Guess what? That email sequence is the hardest thing to create. That's where Chat GPT comes into play that creates your email sequence. Guess what? Off of Active Campaign, you can hook up a software for your text messages called Mobile Text Alert. Y'all follow me? Mobile Text Alert. You then connect Mobile Text Alert to your Active Campaign. You get Chat GPT to create your text messages. Chat GPT connects your text messages. You can put in a 14-day text campaign to sell whatever service it is that you want to service. The important part is that you have to be descriptive when you tell ChatGPT to create your text campaign. Create a text campaign leading up to my webinar on Sunday, March 19th at 8 p.m. Here's the link to the webinar. Here is, I want you to create a text campaign leading up to my webinar on March 19th at 8 p.m. On the date of, I want you to send 3 text messages out, one an hour before, one 10 minutes before, and one at the start time with the actual link to the webinar. And here's the link to the webinar. Now it's going to create it based off of exactly what I put in. Now, if you want to go a step further, I want you to create a compelling text campaign. I want you to create a convincing text campaign on why people should join me on my webinar. Boom, boom, boom. Now that word changes. See, 30-day text campaign, a 14-day or 7-day text campaign versus 7-day, convincing text campaign is 2 total different text campaigns. I want you to send a compelling text campaign. I want you to send a text campaign improving why, a text campaign stating why credit is important and why they should be on my webinar on Sunday. Boom, boom, boom. Now, guess what? Now that's a total different outcome. I don't think y'all hear me. What we ask for is what we get. Sometimes the important thing is that sometimes people don't know what to ask for. Do you get me? You follow me? So these are literally streams of income that we can go out and create. This is literally streams that we get from learning how to create systems and understanding the systems. Let me. Now you see the emails, the text, the sales, the automated. Do you understand that workflow? Right? That workflow right there, 90% of entrepreneurs and businesses don't have it. What's the issue? Is that we don't want to do the work. I don't know how to hook all the systems up. Go on Fiverr and hire somebody to hook and integrate these systems. This is where you go on Fiverr, right? To integrate the systems. When you go on Fiverr and have somebody on Fiverr put the systems together, you now understand that you have the information and infrastructure and you have somebody to do the work. That changes the game. That changes the game. Listen, somebody say, yo, is this the credit to cash flow training? Listen, I'm teaching you cash flow right now before we get to the credit. I'm teaching you. Well, how is this beneficial? Let me explain something to you. Did you see the example I said? Listen, some of you guys don't realize that you eat at restaurants, you go out to eat, business owners that have good businesses, but they struggle with client attraction. They struggle with client attraction. So, well, how do I help them with client attraction if I don't have a big social media? Any of you guys think you can be marketers and don't have a social media? Do you know you can be a faceless marketer? Do you know how to be a faceless marketer? Right? A lot of times we think that, oh man, you guys can do things because you got big platforms. Do you realize that our platforms got big by utilizing other people's platforms that just built our platform up? I need you to understand this, right? Let me explain something to you. You go to like faceless marketer, right? Like somebody said, I want to be a faceless marketer. How many of you guys like create one, right? I want to be a faceless marketer. If you realistically want to be a faceless marketer, drop a 1 in the chat. I need you to drop a 1 in the chat if you want to be a faceless marketer, if that's something that you would want to be. Some of you guys, just want to be the marketer for your own business. Drop a 1 in the chat if you know a lot of businesses that can use help marketing, but you think that you need a big platform to help them. I need to know if this is something that people actually need. Let me explain something, right? You go, I don't know if I can share my screen. I can't share my screen on here. I got to learn how to share my screen or get videos in here while I'm going to do walkthroughs. Listen, I want you guys to go on let's do Fiverr.com, right? I want you to go on Fiverr.com, right? we're gonna look on together. I don't know if you guys can, right? If you can't look right now, it's fine. But if you can look on Fiverr.com while we on it, I know we live on YouTube. Usually you can swipe it up and still keep me playing on the bottom, right? I want you to go to Fiverr.com if possible. And that's Fiverr.com, right? So when you go to Fiverr.com, right? I want you to type in, what was it that I pulled up earlier? I want you to type in, give me 1 second. I want you to type in influencer pages. You know what? Let's go back. Go food influencer pages. I want you to type in food influencer pages. Right? I want you to type in food influencer pages. Right? Go to food influencer pages. Go to Fiverr.com and put in the search, type food influencer pages. Right? They will give you a report based off of, it's a restaurant, right? Find the best Instagram influencers for food and sports niche, right? 24 hours, boom, boom, boom. Let me see how many people they want to give us. Do y'all see it? Right? Let me know if y'all done. Y'all got it. Right? All right. So what happens is that you literally can go on here. This person wants, that I found, what do they want? $20. They want $20. They want $20 to actually find influencers that you can pay that influence, that are food influencers, right? This is put in a search. You want to put in a search food influencer, right? So for $20, they'll go find me pages and email lists and accounts that are actual food influencers. I don't know what industry you're in, but you can literally have these people pull the influencers and industry influencers from your area, in your niche, in your state, have them pull that. Now, guess what? I don't have to be a restaurant influencer for me to go to restaurants and figure out how I can help restaurant owners make more money. Why? Because there's already pages out here and people out here who have influence over this industry. So when they post and they speak about restaurants and things like that, well, I know that they drive traffic to local businesses. I know it for a fact. How many of you guys now start to see a lot of the food pages? They're like, hey, I went to this local restaurant, cute restaurant, and it was snuggled in, man, you should try. And they be like, yo, I had the French toast was to die for, but ooh, they got some good banana pancakes, and the shrimp and grits was also delicious. And they say all of the food on the menu was good. And you think to yourself, it looks good, and I'm probably gonna go try it. But did you realistically try all of that food? Right? Said we all don't sound the same. DMV Eats is in the chat, right? DMV Eats is clearly a food influencer, right? And in the DMV area, if you had a restaurant, guess what happens? Is that there's somebody who will come and try your food, give you a shout out, and drive traffic to your business. Well, now guess what? If somebody comes and says, well, I'm just going to put DMV Eats in my pocket, I'll build a relationship with DMV Eats. I'll build a relationship with local influencers, and I want them all to co-sign this restaurant that I found. Well, how much do you actually charge? Is it $100, $200, $300 for a post, $500 for a post? But how much traffic do you generate and lead with? Well, now guess what? Once DMV Eats co-signs this restaurant and people come to this restaurant, the restaurant owner sees the success that I've been able to build for them. Well, now guess what? I take it a step further and I start teaching the restaurant owners how to actually subtract their phone number and email from their actual customers. So now we can create text campaigns and email campaigns to get them in more frequently. So we can get them on our text list. We can get them on our email list. So now we can give them coupons. Now we can give them special invites. Now we can get them back into the business. Now guess what? I can track it. Now I can track the deals and the sales that I'm directly affecting and generating for my business. Right? Do y'all catch me? This goes for any business. Now, what did I do? I'm not literally saying, oh, I'm going to go and post on my Instagram. No, I'm going to post on DMV Eats Instagram about a restaurant in the DMV area. If you're a landscaper, go find landscaping influencers. If you're a dry cleaner, go find clothes influencers. See, the thing about it is all about being creative. Now, guess what? The whole thing about it is can I do this at scale? How can I leverage my credit to make more money off of it? I'm going to get to it. I know y'all came for the credit. But I need you to understand how we make money. Do you understand? I said, listen, one of the examples I got is that you can go to a restaurant and say, I'll help you get more clients and I get to eat free. Well, guess what? If you're getting $15 meals every single day, guess what? $15 meals, I need y'all to part, $15 meals over 30 days is $450 of money you save because you now get to eat free at a restaurant you like, and you're helping them build their business. Do y'all follow me on that? Right? Do y'all follow me on that? If you go and get a $15 meal free for 30 days, right? For 30 days, you get free food. That's a $15, $20 meal, what it costs the restaurant to give you free food. Well, if you go and say, I want all my 30-day meals on one day, and I'm going to hold a lunch and learn where I'm going to bring other business owners in and say, hey, listen, I've been able to help this business grow their revenue and help them generate an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month and create an email and text campaign list and build a website for them in under 45 days. I want to do a lunch and learn and just tell you about how I can help you build your business and give you the strategies that we use. You have those same restaurant owners come to you and meet you at that restaurant, and you say, I don't know, some restaurants is going to be better. Some restaurants are going to be less. Some restaurants will be doing more. Some of them will be nicer. And be like, yo, if you're helping them generate an extra $5,000 plus a month, why wouldn't I work with them? Guess what? You got restaurant owners coming into a building together. One, the networking is going to be amazing. But two, you're going to tell them, hey, I want you to pay me $1,000 a month, and I'm going to help you build out the business. And guess what? I have a live testimony from a restaurant owner that's here. I have a restaurant owner here. So now though that the lunch and learn is free, it costs me nothing. Now, hey, pay me $1,000 a month and I'll maintain and operate your systems. I'm gonna maintain and operate your systems. Y'all follow me? I'm gonna maintain and operate your systems for $1,000 a month. What does that mean? The same system that we created for this restaurant, we're gonna take all those emails and text messages and discounts, and we're gonna go take. You can put their menu. You can copy a menu, put it on Chat GPT, and say create 4 special discounts or create specials in an email campaign based off of this menu, giving discounts to select items at 20%. Random items, random meals, random entrees, 20% off at a time. Create me a email campaign that is going to discount 20% off of these, and I need 8 campaigns for the month, 8 discount campaigns for the month, 2 a week. And you literally can have Chat GPT create discounts and send out emails to say, hey, on Tuesday we're doing a special. On Thursday, on Saturday we got this special. You literally can create the campaigns. Well, guess what? There's a site called onlinejobs.ph, right? Go to onlinejobs.ph and you literally can go and hire a VA out of the Philippines to then manage the restaurant owners that you get to come to the lunch and learn. See, if you close at a 10%, don't think that all 30 people are going to take your offer, especially not at first. But if you can get 3 of those people to give you $1,000 a month, if 3 of those people give you $1,000 per month, guess what happens? You make $3,000 a month. Meanwhile, somebody else got free food because they was just thinking about how they can save money. So if you make $3,000 a month, guess what? Do you know how many restaurants are in your city? How many restaurants are in your city? I need to know. Do you know you can go get a list off of Fiverr and tell somebody, yo, I give you $50, go pull a list of every restaurant in my city. I don't know what industry you're in. This is not industry specific, but I want you to just understand how you can work, and you can generalize. I mean, you can take this and apply it to anything. You can literally go pull off how many restaurants are in my city. Pull a list off of Fiverr for all the restaurants. You now have somebody on onlinejobs.ph, which is a VA website. You can pay them $450 to work 40 hours a week for you. $450 a month. I just told you how to make $3,000 monthly for $450. You can have that VA communicating back and forth between not only between the restaurants and the shout out pages like DMV Eats, but also communicating with other restaurants to come to your next lunch and learn. Right? Do y'all follow me? Y'all follow me so far? Are you following me so far? Right? This is the things that we have to understand about business. When we get into business, these are things that are going to be important no matter what business it is that you create, because you have to be resourceful. Whether or not you understand it, I just told you how you can get employees for $450 a month. I don't know what business you're in, but I hope you pick that up. I'm telling you, you can get employees, somebody to work for you for $450 a month. And a lot of times they already have experience in the industries that you're working in. A lot of times you can go get somebody who worked for a marketing company, pay them $650 a month, $450 to $650 a month, and they already got marketing experience. They just don't have the actual in-person thing that they can do over here in the United States, or the ability to communicate and be able to approach other restaurant owners or business owners like you do, and the ability that you have because you're live in person. Do y'all follow me on that? Do y'all follow me on that? Somebody said, great info, ready to take notes and dive into the credit to cash flow. Listen, you can't go credit to cash flow if you don't understand cash flow. I don't think this is for you. I think you missed it. Remember at the beginning, I don't know if y'all caught the beginning of my training, I said this ain't for everybody. If you don't understand that, it take work. It take levels. This ain't just about the sexy part. A lot of people just want to come and say, how can I benefit my credit and just get access to capital? The access to capital does not matter if you don't know what to do with it. The money that you make is more important. The most important thing you can do with capital is what to do with it. Period. Everybody that asks, yo, can you hurry up and get to the credit part, Eric? Kick them out. Block. They don't. I don't want them here. I'm not trying to help you get into a deeper rat race and into a shithole. I'm not. I don't care if it's 440 people on here. I don't care. I'm still here to teach. I told you my goal is to make 100 millionaires. I probably can help 5 come off of this webinar. That's it. I'm not looking 100%. I am not looking to help people go into debt and people who don't have the right mindset. Why? Because this information can be used wrong and put you in a worse situation than you're already in. This information, when I start telling you about credit, if I teach you how to go get 200,000, I see people go get 200,000, and what do? They blow it, end up in debt, and then they go, "Oh man, how do I pay the debt? Yo, I need help hiding my credit card utilization. I got a lot of credit card debt." Listen, I'm not. This ain't that. As we go into this economy that we in, this not that. You need to understand how to generate capital. You need to know how to make your money work for you. In that worst case, you need to know how to go out and generate some kind of capital on your own so you can always pay back the debt that you accumulate. It's levels to this. I ain't. It's levels to it. I'm teaching how to create streams of income. So I say, yo, can you hurry up and get to the debt part? I want to go broke. I want to go into debt. I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about making money. I need to go into debt. I don't care about. I want to go into debt. After I get the debt, I want to then figure out how to create the cash flow. I want to do it backwards. I purposely put the credit last. I usually do the credit first. If y'all ever been on here before, I usually put the credit first. But I know people will go, once they learn the credit, they just want to go do a credit card application and see if their credit report is structured right, get approval, and go into debt. This is not that. I need you to be responsible. I'm telling y'all right now, it matters. So I'm wholeheartedly on a serious note. I'm realistically telling you that generating income matters. Y'all see, they said by 2053, the Black net worth will be zero. Zero. I'm telling you the bad habits that we have amongst our community, creating debt, not knowing how to leverage other people's money, not knowing how to leverage other people's to eliminate debt is super important. I'm not in here for vanity numbers. I don't care if you leave. I'm not talking to you and my impact wasn't meant for you. I'm okay with that. But if you hear, I need you to understand. Don't come and just say, man, thank you for telling me how to get a whole bunch of debt. And then I end up in a bad situation. Then my job, I'm working backwards. I'm sorry. I don't want to work backwards. I don't want to put my people in a bad situation. I need you to be in a better situation. I need you to understand how to generate income. I'm not here because I don't know how to generate income. I'm here in this position and able to build the things I've been able to build because I learned how to generate income. And then I started leveraging other people's money to increase and blow up the income I learned how to generate. This is the real conversation we got to have. And it's uncomfortable and it's not sexy. I know. If you wanted me to be sexy, I can do it. I can give you some sauce and just but this ain't the time. It's not the time. Economically, we head into like a depression. I need y'all to be okay. I want the people around me to be like, yo, I learned from you. I'm financially okay. I'm not out here buried in debt. I'm not out here being irresponsible and going left. All right. Let's get it. So, as I said, understanding these systems, right? Understand these systems. Understand the system that's needed. Understand these are ways that we can leverage. These are just some of the new systems that I want you guys to get familiar with. You should always play on these. And listen, I was on there asking it to write me raps the other night. I don't know why I just did. I said, yo, write me a rap. I want to see what it's saying. I didn't like what it came up with, but I wanted to see what can it do? Some of us have not played on it. We see everybody talking about it, but we have to play on these and see what they can do. The issue is that we don't know how to use AI if we're not trained on what to ask it. See, Google can do a lot of things, but if you don't know what to Google, you can't Google, yo, how do I become a millionaire? And it gives you a intelligent response. But you can't go on Chat GPT and say, yo, can you help me become a millionaire? It's like, that's too vague. Can you help build a business model for me leveraging Fiverr, finding influencers, creating text campaigns, email campaigns, discounts, connecting active campaign with ManyChat, with ManyChat, with uh, mobile text alert, and around this industry, can you create a business model for me and a system workflow? Ask it questions like that, and guess what happens? Now the output of what you get back is totally different. See, that's the game part that changes everything. It's like, okay, well, somebody need to tell me what apps they're using. Somebody need to tell me what systems it is because I don't know the names of the systems to input. You need to know the names of the systems to actually input so you can ask and prompt it to do what you need to do. Ask it to, hey, give me a recipe for a cocktail. And it's like, all right, here you go. Use XO, use Henny XO. And you like, man, I ain't got nothing but Class Azul. These recipes don't matter. Well, you didn't put in the proper ingredients of what you need, what you had, and told it to make something for what you were equipped to use. Right? So you have to learn how to break it down. That's the key to it. All right. So, but that my point is that I can't go into every industry. There's a lot of industries that I can go into, right? But I'm just giving you the overall of like, yo, you can literally, this business flow can work for anybody. I don't care if you got a podcast. You can apply these same principles to a podcast. How many of you guys get on YouTube and don't know what YouTube is looking? Another website you can do is askthepublic.com, right? Askthepublic.com. You can literally go askthepublic.com and figure out what is the public's biggest interest in things that they're looking for. I don't know if y'all hear me. Askthepublic.com, right? Askthepublic.com, right? Go to askthepublic.com. If you have a podcast, or if you are a counselor, a motivational speaker, if you create content and you're looking at marketing, right? What happens is that you go to askthepublic.com, right? When you go to askthepublic.com, you can get a list of everything in your industry that people are asking, the top priority things that people are asking. Well, you can go in to take those questions, put them in Chat GPT, have Chat GPT give you the answers to the questions that people are looking for, and you literally can go create videos on YouTube with the titles that are most searched. You can literally you can create videos answering those questions. Then you ask Chat GPT, what are the most sought after titles when it comes to these topics? What titles are the most searched on YouTube? Now you find out what topics are the most searched on YouTube. You put that as your title. You learn how to hashtag it, hashtag those same words at the beginning of your post, put it on YouTube. Guess what happens? Is now you're making money off of YouTube. Man, y'all don't understand me. It's all about the way that you do it. I don't know if you realize it, it's people making $50,000 a month off of YouTube. If you want to be a faceless influencer, you can. If you want to not be one, you can. So you want to understand is that how do I become resourceful? I need you guys to write down, like, I want to be resourceful. All of these things, I may learn them, but some of these things you may not be the one to go implement it for your business, but can you help it implement it for other people's business and start making them money? The issue is that we don't know how to negotiate a price. See, I always either I'm going to put you on a monthly reoccurring or I want equity in your business. See, most people, listen, we don't realize the game is over. I don't want you to give me money like here goes $10,000, $50,000. No, I listen. If I'm going to long haul play it and I'm starting out, if I was starting over right now, I'm asking people to give me 5% of their business, 10% of their business, forever, in perpetuity. I want to own 5% of your business, 10% of your business. Why? Well, if I give you 10% of my business, you're going to be committed to it. If I get 10% of your business, I get all of your efforts as well as mine. Now, if I get 10% of 10 different businesses, I'm making a percentage off of everybody's businesses. You imagine if somebody is making $25,000, $30,000 a month, and you get 10%, that's $3,000 a month. If you got 10 of those doing that, guess what happens? That's $30,000 a month that you make just being a partner and creating systems and on the back end helping people with the workflow and generating for their business. If you really get smart, you get behind tech companies, you get behind companies like tech, you get behind companies that have monthly reoccurring revenues, companies that have exits. When you get with a company that can actually exit, I partner with a company, I partnered with a company that was worth 50 million. I partnered with them. The valuation is now at 100 million. They just got an $84 million buy offer. They just got $84 million somebody offered them to buy. They said, no, we know that. They did the evaluation, said the company has doubled over the last year. Well, we think that in the next 2.5 years, we can get this to $1 billion company and we'll be able to exit at 800 million. See, we be thinking about getting money on the front end and hey, look, pay me to do this. I could have had that company pay me to do something. I didn't want them to pay me. They paid me with equity. And I bought into the company and then they compensated me partial more with equity and royalties. See, this is where you start to look at it differently. You'll make money off of it monthly, but if you partner with companies strategically and you partner with businesses that are going, right? Let me explain something to you. You partner with businesses that are going and trending and that have an actual good industry. When you got a company that has an industry that has large markups, it's either looking for companies that have large markups. Fragrance companies, listen, I'm gonna run it down to you. If you pay attention, you see me talking about colognes. Have y'all seen anybody drop a one in the chat? If you follow me on social media on HIM500 on Instagram, I talk about colognes a lot. I talk about colognes a lot. Do you know how much it costs to produce a cologne? $3 to $4. Do you know what they sell for? $100, $200, $300, depending on how good it gets. It can cost you $12 to put a 3.5 ounce bottle of cologne, especially if you do it in bulk. But it can sell for $200-300. So the markup on this is how many thousands of percent? Well, guess what? Somebody said theirs is $150 to $300 plus. Okay, well, I'm going to learn the fragrance industry. Either I'm going to create my own or I'm a partner with somebody and I'm going to help them blow their business up because I know the markups is crazy. So my profit is a lot larger if I take a percentage. Do y'all follow me? Look at what the companies are worth. Look at what successful fragrance companies are worth. These are just different industries that I look into. But I also look at technology companies. I'm partnered with a technology company. I partner with EYL University. We recreated a reoccurring business model. I'm literally telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm being 100% transparent with the same things that I do. I'm not telling you to do something that I'm not doing. Why? The exits are a lot larger. But that's a lot. That's down the road. But take the systems that I'm saying, partner with companies that in industries and figure out how to insert yourself in the industries that can potentially help you exit out is up to the next level. But don't let me scare you off, right? My point is I'm teaching you guys how to get, my goal is I'm working and build towards $100 million. That's the goal. So I'm just sharing the insight with you guys on exactly what it is that I'm doing so you can see it full transparency. Other people's audiences. You remember when I told you guys I was supposed to flip through some of these slides, I was supposed to slip, but when I told you guys about using OPA, right? When I told you guys about using OPA, other people's audiences, that's where DMV Eats. Shout out to DMV Eats. Your Instagram, I mean your YouTube name was right. You commented on the right post. I talked about the right topic. You just got some juice. And if you were smart, you're gonna clip this YouTube video up. You're gonna clip this training up, and you're gonna use it to run ads and target my audience. Yo, that's crazy. And I got DMV, I got the EYL University has a DMV chapter with over 300 members in it. I'm pretty sure we got some restaurant owners in there that probably will utilize your service and help work with you and build with you. This is, it's just all on business and how you see things. If you sat there and watch it and I say your name and I'm shouting your business out that much and you don't go clip it, copy it, and run advertisement on it, why? Because I have a large audience and people are aware of who I am. So my face recognition gives credibility to what it is that you do. That's the same thing, other people's audiences. I'm literally giving you an OPA strategy where you could generate passive income through affiliate marketing. See, you imagine that, hey, they use DMV Eats as a restaurant, and you go, well, here, I want to create a coupon code and a discount on Taco Tuesdays or Saturdays, and I want to create a discount code for when everybody comes to your restaurant through this page and they come and get this offer, this discount, or this special meal. When they come and order this, I want a percentage of it. I can get paid off of that. Right? I can literally get paid off of that. So you imagine is that, well, what industry, who can give me a shout out? Who can I use and leverage somebody else's audience? If I can use somebody else's audience, I can promote an affiliate link. I can sell somebody else's product. I can literally apply somebody else's product. So if I go and partner with Fiji Water, right? I go partner with Fiji Water. And Fiji Water says, well, if you sell Fiji Water, everybody who buys off your link, I'll give you 20% of whatever you make. And I go, well, I don't got an audience for drinking for Fiji Water. I'm not the person to promote and sell Fiji Water. So who can I get that would generate a lot of money for Fiji Water? And I go and I find influencers and say, hey, listen, I want you to drink Fiji Water. How much are you going to cost for you to promote this to your audience? Right? I see people like Jada Waiter got a super strong audience, right? And she had my wife do skin peels, and she had got a skin peel, and I seen him talking about it. And you imagine if she was like, yo, when you get a skin peel, it's important that, look, I want you to use this link, order these Fiji waters, just pour this little bottle right here in here, pour this bottle in this bowl, and you're gonna use a cold towel and sit it on your face. But buy these Fiji waters. I got a link in my bio. I'm gonna put a link on my story for you to buy these Fiji waters. For when you do your skin peel or you washing your face at night, every night when you wash your face, you go ahead, pour this in the bottle, boot, and use it. I don't know. I'm just playing with a campaign. But if she keeps endorsing Fiji water, all I drink is Fiji water, order, the Fiji water off, boom. Well, guess what? I'm paying you $10,000 to create these campaigns. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the campaign that you created, and then I'm gonna repurpose the campaign on other social media platforms. So now I'm gonna use her Fiji water campaign and go put it on World Star, Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, right? But it will have to be a campaign that makes sense. Like if I was selling a cologne or something that made sense for her brand, right? But whatever it is, it doesn't matter whatever they promote. When they promote the affiliate link, you may be promoting a credit repair affiliate link, credit repair business, how to start your own credit repair business, right? Guess what happens is that if you have an affiliate program, affiliate with credit repair, and credit repair is a monthly reoccurring fee, right? So you go, okay, they got a monthly reoccurring fee for credit repair on Dispute Panda or Credit Repair Cloud. This is how you start your own credit repair business. Imagine if I told you guys, hey, you can start your own credit repair business by going to Credit Repair Cloud, HIM500 creditrepaircloud.com. That's my affiliate link. You pay $179 a month, and every single month you pay $179. They pay me $30. Well, guess what? That will be promoting my link. But now you imagine if I said, Jada, you're gonna do the same thing, but I'm just gonna put my link behind yours. I'm gonna put my link behind, G2G Entertainment. I'm putting my link behind it. I'm gonna put my link behind anybody I have promoted it, and then I'm just gonna keep pushing it. right? Do you see how now I don't have a face? I can literally be just the affiliate link. I own the affiliate link, get paid off the affiliate link, but I pay the influencer. Well, the influencer wants money. Okay, well, listen, let me see if the service that I'm going to promote actually produces. Is it worth it to pay somebody $5,000 for a shout out who has a 500,000 followers that can generate you traffic to your business that's going to pay you? You might be making, $3,500 to $5,000 a month every time you do it. Is that worth it? Y'all let me know. Is it worth paying $5,000 to have somebody promote something to help you make $5,000 to $7,000 a month? Is that worth it? See, this is the strategies that we got to get into, right? Let me do my math on my calculator, right? So if I paid an influencer 5,000, I would need to get 100 clients on Credit Repair Cloud. I would need to get 100 clients on Credit Repair Cloud to make my money back at $50 a month. So if I make $50 a month, if I get 100 clients on Credit Repair Cloud from somebody with a large audience, I make my $5,000 back. But guess what happens? The next month, I double my money. The next month, I triple my money. The next month, I 4x my money. Do you understand the strategy? So the thing is, sometimes we have our own business, and it may be like, hey, is it worth me paying this person 5,000 to get their audience, but also get their likeness? If I can use your likeness, saying my business name, saying giving me a shout out, I can repurpose this content and put it anywhere. You imagine if I put the ad from Jada on Spiritual World where the people was at. You imagine if I put the ad from Jada on Gossip in the City where other Black women are at, where she has influence at. So now people are listening to what it is that she's doing, saying, endorsing, and promoting. Is it worth it? Yes, because I only paid you to create it one time and put it on your platform, but that don't mean I can't take it and go put it on other platforms. I don't think y'all hear me. I don't think y'all hear me. I'm trying to tell you, this is monthly reoccurring revenue. This is monthly reoccurring revenue, not one-time deals. So y'all see how I told y'all, right? Did y'all see how I told y'all how to go out and create offers and create systems? Now I'm showing you how to leverage other people's audiences. Y'all follow me so far? Y'all drop one in the chat if y'all follow me so far. I see y'all ain't left. Right? I'm saying all of this is because when I start breaking down streams of income, I need y'all to understand how this makes sense with streams of income. See, we want to go to millions, but we don't want to make the 10,000 first. How are we gonna make millions if we can't make thousands? It's impossible. What's a good site to find affiliate marketing? I'm gonna show you. I will show you. All right. Well, you look at there. You asked a question and an answer. Here goes websites. ClickBank, PRL Hustle, and JVZoo are good websites that you can actually go find affiliates. Right? ClickBank, PRL Hustle, JVZoo are websites. Another thing is go on Fiverr and find out and have somebody do the research and say, who has the best affiliate program? Who has the best affiliate program? And then figure out who has the highest performing audience when it comes to paid influencers. I don't know if y'all familiar with Dan Fleischman, but Dan has a list and a lot of influencers and influencer campaigns that he's ran and has partnered with some of the major influencers. And he's one of the ones, that's one of my guys. in EYL University, he teaches about personal branding and different things like that. But he's one of the ones that was one of the first people to utilize and introduce Kim K to influencer marketing. Right? Identity IQ. Identity IQ is this is another thing, right? He low-key made influencer marketing 100%. 100%. Right? So it's a lot of info. Is there a course at EYLU? Yes, there is a course in EYL University on a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. Right? So this is just where we have to go. The issue is that sometimes we need the conversation of like outlining and breaking it down and that mentoring guide of like, yo, let me make it make sense. Sometimes we can actually look through it, but it's like, yo, break it down for me a little bit more. I want to have a conversation. Give me an outline. Give me an overview. Right? So that's the reason why I'm breaking everything down to you tonight. Like I'm just giving you guys information directly how you can utilize it. Go to work. All right. Partner Stack is another good website. Yep. Partner Stack is good as well. Partner Stack is another company. Somebody said they bought a Bitcoin course from him and made money. So a thing about your affiliate links, right? A lot of people have affiliate links and they don't go buy a domain. If you go to HIM500 IQ, what is it? Is it HIM500IQ.com? HIM500IQ.com is where you should go check your credit at, right? HIM500IQ.com, or what is it? I think it's HIM500IQ.com. And but what happens is that on HIM500IQ.com that's where you can actually go check your credit at, right? Well, let me make sure before I be saying something that I don't be right. Anybody go to it? Sometimes it takes 2 minutes to just verify what you're saying. HIM500, can we post that? Can we post that up on the screen, right? HIM500IQ.com, right? I want you to go HIM500IQ.com. That's where you can actually go check your credit at. All right. So HIM500IQ.com, right? So on HIM500IQ.com, you should go check your credit. Why? Because when we start going into credit and the cash, you need to know. Well, guess what? Am I going to tell you that it's not an affiliate link? It is an affiliate link. I'm going to be honest with you. This is an affiliate link. You came to a training with me for free. I'm sending you my affiliate link. I would appreciate it if you signed up and did your credit repair services through Identity IQ and use HIM500IQ.com to check your credit. Why? You should always know your credit report. You should always know what's going on with your credit. And you need access to all 3 credit bureaus in one place. Credit Karma is not the correct credit score. Credit Karma is not the right, is a Vantage score. It's not your FICO score. On HIM500IQ.com, you can actually go pull your actual credit reports and your FICOs and see your reports right on HIM500IQ.com. That is an affiliate link to Identity IQ, which is one of the #1 credit monitoring sites out. They have a lot of different things to help you with identity theft and protection, identity theft protection, help you with coverage and things like that just from being a member. Boom, small plug, right? And this is literally, I'm literally showing you the things and showing you, but always you can put a domain, buy a domain for your affiliate link. I see a lot of people have affiliate links and they don't have a domain for it. That's a quick way to lose people. It's easier when you have a short name that's identifiable that you can send people to. It's like, yo, HIM500IQ.com. That's my Identity IQ link for you to go check your credit. It's easy for me to promote that and run with that, right? That's easy. How many of you guys seen that, right? It has Experian on there as well. Yes, right? So that's one of the key things that I want you guys to always be mindful of is that get a domain for your affiliate link. But ClickFunnels, how many people actually operate on ClickFunnels? If you get on ClickFunnels, right? If you get on, you just buy a domain and you buy your domain and hook your affiliate link to your domain, right? So what happens is ClickFunnels. Anybody on here operate on ClickFunnels, once you get started, you can't get off. It's the reality of it. Once you get started, you can't get off. So with ClickFunnels, it's one of the systems that they built everything for your funnels, your tracking, everything like that. They got an affiliate program built in. Everything you need is literally there, right? So what happens is, um, is that these are things, ClickFunnels, Teachable. People want to create courses. Imagine teaching people how to create their own course on Teachable, create an affiliate link. Well, all of these pay every single month, right? All of these pay every single month. Go High Level is another conversation where we can break it down, but Go High Level is good, but it's more in depth. We can go, I would need a training strictly on Go High Level and really how to monetize that because there's so many so many benefits from it, right? Now, let me explain something, right? Let's break this down. $36,000 side hustle, right? $36,000 side hustle. How many of you guys are familiar with the smart car, right? How many of you guys are familiar with the smart car, right? There's a website called Swapalease, right? There's a website called Swapalease. On Swapalease, $200 a month, you go and find a smart car, right? You go find a smart car for $200 a month. And this is where I'm gonna start breaking down to your credit to cash and exactly, because somebody asked me, yo, how do we get and build it up? I'm gonna explain to you how you build up, right? Now I'm gonna actually walk you through it. So swapalease.com, $200 a month. You make $200 to $600 per month by advertising on the car. Well, how do you do it? You imagine anybody in here that's a business owner, right? Where are my business owners at? Any business owner, if I had a car in Atlanta and I say, yo, in Metro Atlanta, and I'm gonna get it exposed to about anywhere from 15 to 30,000 people per month in Metro Atlanta, would you pay me $200 a month to advertise your business on the side of my car with a QR code so people can scan it and take action and take advantage of your business? If you would give me $200 a month to advertise on my smart car, drop a one in the chat, right? Drop a one in the chat for me if that would be worth it for you. I don't know if y'all seen my smart card before, but yeah. So we advertise on the smart card. Drop a one in the chat if that's something that it would make sense. Like, yo, $200 a month. You mean to tell me, and I get 15 to 30,000 people get exposed to my business? 100%. Well, look how many people said one, right? I see at least 40 people already that said that they would do it, right? Well, guess what? Out of the 40 people said they can do it, I can take 3 of them. If I take 3 of them, that's $200 on each side because I got driver side, passenger side, the back of the vehicle. Well, that's $600 a month, right? Y'all follow me? That's $600 a month. At $600 a month, now guess what? This is what I'm using to generate income. So now I'm making $600 a month off a $200 car note. And on Swapalease, I'm taking over somebody else's lease, so I don't have it for the duration of 36 months. This is like a year, 6 months, 9 months, a year. I'm literally taking over somebody else's lease. So for the next year, I'm committed to taking over your lease. So I take over your lease. Why? When you're building your credit report, the most important thing to do is understand how to build the report out. Well, you need vehicles and auto primaries on your credit report. So when you need an auto primary in your credit report, here's a great one to put on your credit report and make money from it. So now when you're building your credit report, you're literally making $600 a month off the advertisement on the vehicle. Well, now guess what? Somebody say, yo, I want to drive for Uber. How can I make $1 million in 24 months driving for Uber? Right? Listen, how many people drive for Uber, DoorDash, right? Or know a kid that's 21 that will say, yo, listen, look, give me $300 a week. I will give you this vehicle for 12 hours a day, right? 12 hours a day, $300 a week. I got 2 drivers, right? That you can go do Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, Instacart, whatever it is, driver services, right? What happens now is that $300 a week on 2 people is $600 a week because that's 2 people using the car for 12 hours a day. So that's $600 a week. $600 a week, 4 weeks in a month, that's $2,400 a month. Plus the advertisement, that's $3,000 a month. Y'all follow me? Right? That's $3,000 a month, right? Somebody said it can also be a trade line for your business. Come on now, look, you in recession proof. You in recession proof or EYL University. Relax. You can't tell. Listen, when people go figure out and start doing the work, they start figuring out that this becomes a business trade line, right? So that's one of the things that you want to be mindful of, right? And so I want you guys to understand this is that then also is that now at that 24, that's $3,000 per month. That's $36,000 a year. $36,000 a year. Is that bad? Is that a bad deal? At 2 cars, that's $72,000 per year, right? That's $72,000 per year. Do y'all follow me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you follow me. At $72,000 per year. $72,000 per year. Y'all let me know if that's good money. Y'all let me know if that's good money. Y'all let me know if that's good money. So that's $72,000 a year. That's good money. I ain't tell you stop doing what you're doing, but can I continuously build? Because I don't think y'all caught what I said earlier. So earlier, I went into what just happened to my slide? Eric, tell Candace I lost my slides. So earlier, if you catch it, what I broke down is this. I said that's $72,000 per year. Well, guess what else happened? At $72,000 per year, do you guys remember when I said you can literally create with the restaurant owners, right? With the restaurant owners, right? With the restaurant owners and making $3,000 per month, right? The restaurant owners making $3,000 per month. If you make $3,000 per month, I think people's like, yo, that's good money. Somebody tell me what's $3,000 per month. What does that equal? You got 72,000. I need y'all to write $72,000 per year off the smart cars, right? $72,000 a year off 2 smart cars, right? But $3,000 a month equals how much per year? I need to know what that makes. The $3,000 per month makes how much? I mean, $3,000 a month makes how much? Remember, you're getting 3 restaurant owners to pay you $1,000 a month for marketing and advertising, right? I don't see y'all let me talk. Y'all let me talk over your head, right? Y'all let me talk over your head, right? Y'all didn't catch it. This is the important part when we talk about business. $3,000 a month is for that 1 month. You quit after a month? Question: how many restaurants are in your city? Let's just do a quick Google search, right? Let's do a quick Google search and see how many restaurants are in Atlanta. It's approximately 12,000 restaurants in Atlanta. See, you do 30 restaurants a month. If you bringing in 30 restaurant owners a month and you're looking to close 3 out of the 30, that's 3,000 a month. You're going to do this next month too. Next month, you start making 6,000 a month. In a year, you make 36,000, but that's 36,000 per month. Yani, they pay you monthly for marketing and advertisement to continuously help them generate business. I don't think y'all hear me. One restaurant pays you $1,000 a month to help them with marketing, advertisement, creating text and email campaigns, and bringing influencer marketing in to help their business. It's $1,000 a month for the service. If I invite 30 to a lunch and learn at my favorite restaurant where the food is good, every 30 days I'm doing a lunch and learn, inviting 30 new restaurant owners, and I'm looking to close 3. Every single month I'm closing 3. That becomes $36,000 a month. I ask you, how much money would that make you in a year? What does $36,000 a month generate you in a year? That's $432,000 a year. I gave you the system. I don't know if y'all was here and was paying attention, but I need those that was paying attention to understand. You remember how y'all was like, I get it, right? I don't know. What's 432 plus 72,000? That's $500,000 a year. I don't know. I don't know, man. Listen, it's easier. It's easier to go drive for Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash and get a job. It's easier. Do you? Is this just easy to execute? Nah. You might get 30 people in. You might not be able to get 30 people in there to close 10%. So you got to work on that. You got to work on being able to communicate what it is that you want to do. But you're telling me that you have an opportunity to go out here and generate $500,000 a year. It's worth it's worth everything that I got. I ain't even started talking about credit yet and how to improve with leveraging the credit. I'm literally just telling you what's possible and what you can literally, the opportunities that are here that people are not taking advantage of. I don't know what it is that you do for a living now, but can you get paid and don't go to work? Because I told you how you can pay people to kind of set up these systems and operate them for you and manage it for you. With $500,000 a year, I will give you a very great salary to manage and operate this. Do you understand that the hardest part about this, when I told you guys earlier, is that we have to be willing to work. Like, it's not an industry or not a business that I cannot turn into a multi-million-dollar business when I sit down and strategize and figure out how do we need to do it, what systems do we need to put in place. Let me see what resources I have to put in place that can help take it to the next level. This is literally what I do. I don't know if y'all realize that, like, the power of its information. When I become a resource, I don't see, I'm a resource because I know so much. My mind is a resource. This extends, this is deeper than my actual relationships. I'm strictly showing you my mind and how I just want you guys to understand how we got to think. Listen, now we talk about credit. What does a good credit report need to look like? Why? We got to learn how to leverage credit and learn how to actually go out and benefit and leverage other people's money. Right? Listen, can y'all see that? What does a good credit report look like? What does it need to look like? 100% payment history, 6% credit utilization, 0 derogatory marks, average age 5 years, 9 months, Total account 17 plus. Hard inquiries 2. Below 3 inquiries. Right? Somebody says the best $5 I spent my whole life. Listen, you think this is it? You just go hang out in that university. Just go hang out in that university. Wait till my new courses drop. Right? Listen, I need you to understand what your credit report needs to look like. Because now, guess what? Now I want to show you how you're going to leverage this to go get $500,000 in lines of credit. You understand that in order for you to get to millionaire status, it's not what the money you make, it's what you do with it. See, when you're making good money, the goal is not to use your money. The goal is to use somebody else's money to grow your credit cards, leverage your reward points, leverage those relationships, those benefits, make your capital go work for you. Let me explain something to you. I got a video where I made $1 million in a month. Everybody was like, man, that's crazy. And I said, if you think that's impressive, the thing that I didn't show is that what did I do with the money that I made? Making $1 million a month and spending 400,000 mean I made 600. Then if I take out of the 600, I minus taxes, that means I'm realistically walking away with 375, right? Then if you got a business expenses and you got businesses to pay for a month and money to reinvest, yeah, you made about $150,000 that month if you ain't 500 and you ain't recession proof, right? So making $1 million in a month is a great opportunity as a business owner. But what do you do with the capital? Right? What do you do with the capital? That's one of the things that's super important. So when I made my $1 million in a month, I understand that, listen, I went out and acquired property. I went and bought a vacant piece of land in a suburb. Spend money and bought a piece of land in the suburbs. Why? I lived in a country club, a gated country club. I was going to build a house in the country club. I went and bought a piece of land in the country club. Why? I seen people building houses. The real estate was booming. I bought land in the country club. Why? Worst case, taxes. Worst case, taxes. Right? Helps me with taxes. Actually have assets under my business in my company name. That's going to appreciate. I bought the land for like 500,000. I sold it for 750,000. So now that $1 million a month just increased by 250 plus whatever I saved helped me with taxes. It's now not 250. So now it probably helped me with another 100. So now I'm at like 350. I don't think y'all hear me. I'm at 1.3 because of the way that I position. Do you see how we stop going backwards and start going forward? This is where this is like when what you do with money changes everything. If you go out and I teach you how to leverage your credit and you go out and say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go buy things when I get it. No, I don't want you going shopping. I need you to use credit to pay for your business. The capital that's being generated, you go out and you acquire assets like real estate. You go, I went and acquired a jet. You go acquire assets that's going to help you with taxes and that's going to help you generate income. I don't think y'all hear me. Y'all want me to just go to the credit report. I'm trying to explain something to you how you realistically build wealth. People say, yo, how do we get to millionaire status? You don't get to millionaire status by trying to make $1 million. You get to millionaire status by acquiring assets along the way that's going to help you keep money and not pay to Uncle Sam and help you build your wealth and build your portfolio of what your actual net worth is. See, the house that I lived in, I had a dream home. Well, okay, well, I went and acquired an estate. I bought a home for 1.4. It's now worth 2.1. So when I made $1 million in a month and I go and I cash out and buy a house, The house that I live in, it now went up to, it helped me with taxes, but then the price it increases because I'm buying in the States, because I'm not looking, no offense, I didn't go buy, I got my duplexes when I was growing. But now the estates and the real estate, we going to buy 40 acres of land. See, if you notice that, I'm going to tell you what I bought. I got 40 acres of land. I got $1 million estates, multiple $1 million estates. I got new build properties that I've lived in and acquired. I've acquired rental properties, right? But the thing is, I'm leveraging the money that I'm doing and just buying real estate. Why? My money actually grows there, and it helps me with taxes. And listen, I don't think y'all understand me and ready for this. I think I've overwhelmed you guys with a lot. Like y'all see, like me and Wall Street Trapper got 40 acres on a farm that we bought called Asset Island. It's called Asset Island. That's a whole nother entity and business within itself. Follow me. All the benefits that come from owning farmland, the money, the write-offs, the livestock, all of these things help you save money. When you start making money, don't look to say, oh, I want to go get fly and I'm going to be a baller. I'm going to go into real estate. People don't realize that, you go and spend the money that you make to make it make more money, and you don't want to pay taxes. I start other businesses. Why? I leverage businesses to help me keep growing. So all my different, man, I don't think y'all hear. When you see a vehicle, those are light. The vehicles are not, oh man, I'm spending. No, we buy vehicles because the moves that we make put us so far ahead that it's okay to go get a Rolls Royce Wraith. I had my mansion in my estate before I had a Rolls Royce. I didn't have a Rolls Royce living in an apartment. I didn't have a Rolls Royce, living in a $250,000 home with a $250,000 car. I had a $1.4 million home with a $200,000 car. I need you to understand is that I was acquiring things and building my net worth before I did anything else. When I bought my private jet, I bought equity into the business, into my jet brokerage that is now worth $100 million. These are the things this is the game that we have to be set out to play when we get started. Remember, I told you guys about generating income, but the key is that none of this matters if you're not here. See, when it comes to your credit, this is the responsibility. This is the responsibility factor. Somebody said you can't have 17 total accounts with 2 inquirers. Yes, you can. What happens is that we think that this is overnight, right? It's not overnight. How many of you guys got student loans? Let me see something, right? We was taught, how many of you guys got student loans in here but got a credit card over 5,000? Drop one in the chat for me, please. Drop one in the chat for me if you got a credit card in over 5,000 and you got student loans. Drop one in the chat for me. Look at the chat. It's jumping. One. Listen. Boom. How many people nobody has one student loan. A lot of times we get confused and think that, hey, student loans are bad. If we got student loans, hey, we need to close them out. No, it's okay to have student loans, but nobody ever has one student loan. So don't think, student loans count towards your positive accounts. You need to just keep them in good standings. Nobody has student loans that just started. So what happens is that we got to learn how to actually build out what that report needs to look like. So what happens is that with that, you need to know, okay, building out your total number of accounts. You got companies like Rent Reporters. I think I got rid of my slide. I don't even got that slide in here. No, where's my trade line slide? Right. So there's different companies out there, right, that you guys can literally leverage and use when it comes to building out your report and what it needs to look like, right? First, let me explain something. You want under 6%. DCU, everybody that want to go to DCU PenFed, what does your report need to look like, right? 6%, I'll be getting caught up in looking at comments. 6% credit card utilization. All right. You want to have under 10% credit card utilization before you ever go apply for anything. If your credit card utilization is over 6%, you don't want it. You don't want to go apply. You don't want to have any derogatory marks on your credit report. The average age, you want to have 5 years, but it's okay if you don't have 5 years. If you have 2 years of good credit, you still can get approval with DCU and PenFed. If you have about at least 2 years of history on your credit report, right? Right. I'm gonna go through the slides, right? I'm gonna go through the slides. I see somebody said they was taking screenshots just now, right? Also, total number of accounts. How do you build these total number of accounts up? One, student loans aren't bad. Second is that you don't ever want to get to go into it and get approved for credit cards. You don't want to have secured credit cards on your credit report, right? You don't want to have secured credit cards on your credit report. Do not have, write it in your notebook. Don't do secured credit cards. Get secured loans instead. Okay? So secured loans instead. Get secured loans instead. All right. Once you can put secured loans on your credit report. I recommend you do 3 different secured loans, and I tell you guys to bank with credit unions. I gave you 2 credit unions to bank with that you guys are aware of, right? I'm gonna give you some more structuring for funding, but I want you to realize is that with the secured loans is that you want to put 3. Why? You get 3 at one time. When you get 3 secure loans at one time, the reason being is that you want to get 3 accounts reporting at the same time. You want to have 3 on-time payments at the same time. You want to have 3 accounts that when the utilization drops, you want to have 3 accounts in good standings at the same time. It makes your credit score jump. Y'all follow me? So you do it with credit unions, and the reason you use credit unions is because when you use credit unions, right? When you use credit unions, what happens? When you use credit unions, they are easier lenders, right? They're a lot looser with the lending. Their lending criteria is not as strict as the big banks. So when they're not as strict as the big banks, that's the reason you go build rapport with them. Well, what'll happen is that the banks like DCU, PenFed, these banks will give you larger limits, right? Alliant, First Tech, First Tech, DCU, PenFed, Navy Federal. These are banks that will give you Key Bank. These are banks that will give you larger limits with a subpar credit report. It does not need to be top tier. What happens is that once you get these large limits and these decent limits of 15,000 on your personal side, then you build your business out. You set up and structure your LLC. When you structure that LLC, then you can literally leverage the business and go and get funding, but it's going to be based off of the limits that are sitting on your current credit report. Do y'all follow me? So because you have $15,000 limits, now you can go to Chase, and when you go to Chase, they may give you 25 or 50,000 on the business side because you got $15,000 limit sitting on your personal. So you build those reports up. This is when you start to understand, hey, let me go get American Express Platinum. When I get an American Express Platinum, the reason I'm going to get a Platinum is because when I get a Platinum, I know it's a charge card. An American Express Platinum on a charge card is based off of what? It's based off of my spending habits. So the more money I spend on my charge card, the more money I make. So now what I do is that now how can I leverage this charge card to make money? Let me explain something to you. When I first got my American Express Platinum, I had a friend who had a wing restaurant in Atlanta. He had a restaurant, he was dealing in all cash. It's crazy that this is coming full circle with restaurants, right? But he was dealing in cash when it came to restaurants. So guess what? I would let him do his food purchases on my platinum. So he was spending $15,000 a week on food costs, $20,000 a week on food costs. Well, guess what? I would say, yo, just give me the cash. I'll run my card. You don't got to be worried about going to the bank, sending it, doing this, and trying to make the transaction. You ever try to make a $20,000 transaction on a debit card? Use my credit card. Use my credit card. Send me the $20,000, $15,000 a week. Guess what happens? The spends grow and grow. Meanwhile, I'm racking up reward points and I got heavy spends on my credit card, increasing my limit. People say, yo, how you get a $500,000 credit card? It started here. Before I can go and spend $100,000 a month on advertisement, I was building it up by helping other business owners, allowing them to pay me and swipe my credit card and accumulating reward points. If I wanted $20,000 in cash off my credit card, guess what? I can just keep the $20,000 that they paid me, keep it in my bank account, make payments to my credit card, let the reward points go, and I got the cash. This was before manufacturer spending even was a thing and existed in my world. I was already working, hustling, and grinding, understanding how to build my leverage credit and take it to the next level. I'm just trying to explain to you sometimes is that you have to look and be strategically creative, but it comes from experience. Am I telling you to go and say, hey, let me just let people use my credit card and pay me back? Hell no. You make people pay you first, and then you just cover the transaction on your credit card. If you pay off your credit card in time, you don't get it, you don't assess interest. But this is only worth it if you're doing a charge card, because on a charge card, it's based off the amount you spend. If you got a $50,000 set limit, it does not matter. This does not benefit or affect you. But if you have a charge card, the more money you spend, the higher available you have in a limit. So this is the mindset that you need to have when you're leveraging credit, leveraging somebody else's money. I want as much of somebody else's money possible. I want access to it. Y'all follow me? Drop one in the chat if y'all follow me. I just need to know if y'all still with me or not. I know it's been a long night. I was supposed to be off here 30 minutes ago. I didn't got caught up. I talk too much. I'm sorry. I teach too much. I actually like this. I actually get in my bag and start telling my experiences. It's easy when you actually talk from experience. It's easy when you talk from experience. Somebody said all facts, no fluff. Listen, I can only teach you from my experiences. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm not going all the way deep down into the real estate side because I got a bomb realtor named Nicole Ambrose. How many of y'all familiar with my sister Nicole Ambrose, who helps me with real estate? She's one of the people that helped me with real estate. Guess what? Another brother is MG, the mortgage guy, who teaches in EYL University, who has a full build out course in there. These are the people that I talk to when it comes to real estate because they're the ones who make everything happen. My accountant, my CPA, I can't give a shout out because I got to keep them in the cut. I don't share that. Right? So with inquiries are not bad. It's okay to have inquiries. What happens is that you don't want to have any recent. If you got 3 or 4, that's okay. But the key to this is now when inquiries, you need to know and understand who's going to pull from which credit bureau. This is why it's important to go to HIM500IQ.com and check your credit report. All right. The reason being is when you go and you check your credit report, if you know what bank is going to pull from which credit bureau, you know where you're going to get an inquiry at. If they pull all 3, I don't want to deal with them. If you're going to pull one credit bureau, I'm okay dealing with you. Why? If you pull all one credit bureau, that means I have 9 inquiries to play with. I have 9 inquiries to play with. Well, how do we know which bureau they're going to pull from? You gotta figure that out. EYL University, recession proof. Do not tell it in the chat. It's one of the things that the members know. You have to learn and figure out how to pull the information. right? This is the side where you start to understand it's you when you go out and apply for credit, know before you apply. Don't just apply for things. This is a part of the mind the set is that where we have to think about it. And this is why we have this conversation. I need to know where they're going to pull my credit for. What bureau do they pull? Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, right? I have 9 pools. Why? Because I got 3 credit. I got a 3 on Experian, 3 on Equifax, and 3 on TransUnion. That's how I got 9 inquiries that I can play with, right? So I said I normally ask them. You can, but you also can be premeditated, know who pulls from who, so you know who you're banking with, and you're not just calling everybody, figuring out that everybody that you call pull from Experian. Imagine calling 10 different banks and they all pull from Experian. When you realistically can go find a list and get it and compile the data and know exactly where they come from. You have to be premeditated with the things that you want to do. We don't leave anything to luck when it comes to business. Nothing is left for luck. Everything is what? Premeditated. I need to know before I walk in what I'm expecting. I don't want to just go figure it out. This is my finances. I don't have, remember I told you guys how much longer you got. We don't got time to wing it and just, I'm a guess. I'm a guess. I got 4 decades. I don't know if y'all realize, but 4 decades to build for generations to come and correct the mistakes of the generations before, it ain't that long. And if you already halfway through, we ain't got a lot of time to be sitting there trying to figure it out. Every year counts. Every year counts. When it comes to cleaning your credit and understanding your credit report, listen, cleaning your credit, everybody on here should have had access to EYL University. Go to the coaching call section in EYL University, go to coaching calls, go to credit repair. There are credit repair coaching calls in there, right? There are ones in there. All right. Somebody said, listen, Haitian CEO learn from HIM500. Whoever said that. No, we the same family. That is, Haitian CEO is one of my mentees out of the family, but he's a beast. He's a monster in his own. He gonna teach you. He has his own strategy. Salute to my brother Hearn. He's a monster. You better go learn. You better go learn from everybody that you can that's teaching financial literacy and that's making it cool to be smart. I recommend you learn from everybody who makes it cool to be smart. 100%. This ain't a one for one. I can't be the only one. I can't service everybody. But I will tell y'all, I would suggest you go into the university and go through the calls. Yeah, they say you just give them props. Yeah, 100%. But listen, everybody here should have been in the university. I gave you free access. I gave everybody like 14 days free for $5. I don't know who did not see that, right? I gave everybody $5. I gave you 14 days free plus a 5-day training if you did not take that with a 14-day free. How many? It's 14 days free, 97 in 2 weeks if you want to stay, which I recommend when you see the value in there that you stay. But I literally dropped that on the funnel when you guys registered for this. So I will hope that you guys took it. Right? I will hope that you guys had took that. Dispute letters. Here goes dispute letters. Somebody said they missed it. Boom, boom, boom. What? Let me see. Hey, Eric, put the drop it. So no, not the action. I need them to text boot camp. They need the boot camp registration. For those that missed it, drop the boot camp registration for people because I don't want to give it to everybody. I don't want to get that offer to everybody. No. To register for today, to register for this class on this funnel, I gave them access. I gave them access to the 14-day trial. I need that link that was registering for the masterclass. I'm gonna drop it for you guys that missed that $5 offer and gives you access to EYLU for 14 days free. I'm gonna tell you now, we have how to start your own credit repair business, but go into the coaching call section and go through credit repair. When you talk about inquiries, there's 4 or 5 different ways you need to remove inquiries, how to use CFPB, how to use the Attorney General. There's a lot of different dispute methods that we go over in the university that I don't talk about on my trainings and publicly. So I would like for you guys to at least go through there on the credit repair side, because I just want to get to the money. I want to get to the money side. I want to explain the secondary bureaus, understanding how to opt out of your secondary bureaus like LexisNexis, SageStream, Innovis, ARS, CoreLogic, secondary bureaus that you need to opt out of. But that's a whole process that you guys need to understand. But if you want a real in-depth training on credit repair, strictly how to clean your credit, inside EYL University, we have coaching calls on credit repair. So if you go to cashflowmasterylive.com/event, you will be able to take advantage of it, right? So go to event. It will be on your thank you email. Download the EYL University app. Check your spam mail. Download the EYL University app. It's going to pop up and show recession proof. And it's EYL University powered by recession proof. You'll see recession proof. When you get on there, go to the credit repair section. It's a lot of information on it. I'm telling you, it's a lot. Go to the coaching call section under the courses. It says coaching calls. Look for credit repair. We also have a credit repair business models in there on courses. All right. So that's my gift to you guys, so you can actually take advantage and take that to the next level. Now, all the other corporate funding and things like that, enjoy. To the team, make sure they edit this part out of the replay. Edit this part out of the replay. All right. So in your dispute letters, boom. But now, additional streams of income. How many of you guys know that ebooks is streams of income, freight brokering, an ambulance business, actually trading, stock options trading, e-commerce, funding business? I'm going to walk through funding. Digital products. What did I go through? Streams of income, credit repair, cloud, dispute panda. We teach on these different things. I kind of spoke on these earlier for streams of income, right? Now, what does a passive portfolio look like? When we get into it, affiliate marketing, right? We talked about affiliate marketing. We talked about credit repair. Credit repair is a business that is super popular for a lot of people. Why? Because so many of us need credit repair, especially in these time and age, right? Now understand, you must do your research on what state allows you to do credit repair. Certain states like Georgia does not allow you to do credit repair. There's guidelines and regulations to do it. So you must understand how to properly set up a credit repair business where you can operate in a credit repair business. That is, just do your research by your state. But actually on the ambulance, these are things that actually help us generate income that are realistically recession proof. Why? Because so many people need help with financial literacy. So many people need help with credit. That's one of the things that are key to just going to the next level. The affiliate marketing aspect, the marketing aspect, not only the marketing aspect, but the actual using Chat GPT. Another thing is, now you go semi-passive. Once you start making money, real estate. That's another thing where you actually, the link is on the screen, cashflowmasterylive.com/events. That's where you can go and take advantage of that. The link isn't working. Also check the link. It should have been emailed to you guys as well, right? It's probably on my Instagram page too. Worst case, you go onto my Instagram. Make sure that link is valid, Eric, if you typed it in. But automobile monetization, things that I covered. These are definitely streams of income. So you got earned income, semi-passive, and passive income. You always want to have these 3 different types of income. You want to have income that you earn. You want to have semi-passive income, meaning that income that comes in that you can operate, but it does not require a lot of your time. And then you want passive income where you actually just make investments. You got money just sitting in insurance. You got money just sitting, with different venture capitalists and doing different deals, investing in different funds. These are opportunities when you start generating capital and you say, well, hey, where can I put this? What kind of funds can I invest in that can actually give me a return 5, 10 years, 15 years down the road that I don't need money today, right? That is going to create passive income. These are things that we start to look at, and this is a different conversation that we have now, right? Where you start looking at, different traders and things like that, ways that you can diversify your portfolio, right? How many of y'all follow me still? Y'all still with me, right? On what that portfolio needs to look like. But literally, sometimes it's not always like, oh man, I got to create all of these different strings. Do you understand how some of these things can run themselves, like the automobile monetization? How that with 2 vehicles making $72,000 a year, that's not super tough. Where real estate is buying, you can get a property manager to kind of overlook the property and split some of the profits and pay them a percentage to overlook your rental portfolio. But not necessarily is every time that you buy real estate, is it that you can actually flip land? Well, guess what? With land, you don't have tenants. You don't have to worry about actually going out and building a property. You can go and buy storage units when it comes to real estate. Why? Because you can go buy 100 unit storage facility, and the storage facility is going to what? Generate money, but you don't got to worry about plumbing. You don't got to worry about tenants sitting in, getting hurt on your property and things like that. These are all things that you get access to, right? These are the things that you want to be mindful of and say, oh man, in real estate, it's not always about, oh man, I got to go buy a single family home. Oh man, I got to go buy a duplex or a triplex. There's other ways that have a better return with less effort and demand from you and your actual time. Because when you actually rent a property out and put tenants in it, it's a lot more demanding when you got to deal with a refrigerator, when you got to deal with the roofing, when you got to deal with, oh man, they don't want to get out or they don't pay their rent on time. It's a lot longer eviction process. These are things that you want to be mindful of when you look at real estate, and you always want to be educated on every single pivot of how you can make money in this industry. There's a lot of different ways to make money on it. Guess what? I'm not going to sit here and educate you on all of them, but inside EYL University, there's a lot of trainings on all the different platforms and ways to make money in real estate by one of the best in the industry, MG the Mortgage Guy. Right? So before how many of you guys look and say, man, how do you know this stuff? Right? If you already an EYL member, you do not need to go and get that 5-day training. If you already a member inside the university, you do not need to go get the training. Ask inside the app, it's in there. Right? Before I figured this out, my life looked completely different. How many of you guys sit there and say, hey, how do people figure this stuff out? Like I told you guys earlier, I'm not special. I'm just like you. I worked as a realtor. I worked in a warehouse. I did cell phone repair. I've done taxes. I remember getting $35,000 real estate deal. Not I was making $35,000, meaning I was buying houses for $35,000, $15,000 houses. Right? Why? Because I didn't have access to capital. I didn't have access to capital. Guess what happens is that I got access to information. When you gain access to information, everything starts to change. How many of you guys drop a 1 in the chat if you learned something tonight? I need you guys drop a 1 in the chat if you learned something tonight. Drop a 1 in the chat if you learned something tonight, or you heard me put something in perspective that you already knew, or I put something in perspective that you were thinking about doing, and you go, nah, I was looking at it wrong. If you learn something tonight, drop a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure when people come in here and you learn from me and I do these things that you actually learn something. It's not, hey, let me just come in here and I'm talking to you, motivating you. Like, I want you to understand what it is possible. I want you to actually learn something that's actually tangible to realistically help you take your business to the next level, help you take your life to the next level, take your finances to the next level. It's realistically possible. The issue is that once you understand the formulas and you get the formulas, it's just putting them together. It's putting the formulas together, doing the work, staying focused, and building. It's a lot to build. You just got to go and build and put it together. You got the formula. I gave you the recipe. You just got to put it together. You cannot Google. How many of y'all been trying to Google your way to success? How many of you guys actually study and watch and Google how to do it? You study in YouTube, and the things that you found out, it was in an hour and a half, 2.5 hours. I've been able to make a lot of sense and break everything down to you in 2.5 hours. And I'm not generalizing. This is me speaking public. I mean, in general, not specific to you, but I'm actually speaking in general. And I should have broken things down to you when it comes to banking, when it comes to the institutions, how you got to assess and how you got to actually approach these banks, right? Let me explain something. Is that I didn't even go into it. Let me go into credit. Let me go back into credit one more time. When you go get bank products, you start with your credit unions first. So you go get the funding first. So you go get funding from your credit unions first. What I would recommend is that you build funding with banks like, I told you PenFed, I gave you DCU, but you have Alliant, you have First Tech, and you have Alliant, First Tech, DCU are all good banks. You also have KeyBank is another one. What happens is that when you get a product, a bank product, you don't want to always get one bank product. You always want to see what other products they have. So with banks like DCU, you can actually get a secured loan and a credit card at the same time. Now, when you go into business funding, you may go utilize a business product from KeyBank. And when you go to KeyBank, you're going to get a business credit card and you're going to get a line of credit at the same time. So this is how you double down, right? This is how you double down. So how do you get it? Okay, you imagine going to these different banks and you go get 50 out of DCU. You go do the same thing with PenFed, right? That's 50 and 50. That's 100K, right? Let's just go say you get 25,000 out of Alliant. That's $125,000 in access to capital. But what you don't want to do is utilize it. You want to let it sit. You want to let it sit for 6 months on your credit report. Let it sit for 6 months to a year to build that report up. Then what happens is you go into the business funding side where you start getting 0% interest credit card. When you go into 0% interest credit card, what happens is that when you get 0% interest credit cards, you want to go to your key banks. You want to go to Amex. You want to go to Chase. Chase is good for giving 50 to 75,000 on the business side. These are the banks that you want to go to. So you imagine going to get 75,000 from Chase. You go get 75,000 from Amex. You go get $50,000 line of credit from KeyBank, right? Now you're at the point where now you're over $300,000 in available lines of credit, but you all leverage it coming from your personal side. That's why when you get personal lines of credit, you want to get them just to sit on your credit report. Do not utilize them. Allow them to sit so you can get more access to capital on the business side where you can get it where it's not going to show on your personal credit report. And it's also not going to show on your personal credit report and the utilization won't show, right? So the utilization doesn't show and you have 0% interest. So you don't pay interest and it doesn't show on your personal credit report. So it's a double win for you. These are the things that you need to know, understand when you actually start, getting access to credit, when you start doing funding, right? So do you understand how that's over $250,000 in lines of credit and credit that I just helped you get access to? On my video, I told you in order to get in the DCU, you make a $15 donation. In order to get in the PenFed, you make a $14 donation. That's $29, right? That's $29. That gets you access to it into those banks. That gives you the platform. That's the snowball. Once you get those, you don't get those lines of credit. You don't get DCU and PenFed to go out and use that money. You get that to create the snowball. So now you continuously roll that into the business side with those larger lines of credit sitting on your personal credit report. Once those continuously roll, it's out of here, right? It's out of here. You always want to have large lines of personal credit. You want large lines on your personal side before you go and do business. You get larger business lines of credit when you have a strong personal credit report. And then it's out of here. Y'all follow me? I don't know if I talk too fast, but I kind of walked through it already, but I want to make sure you guys got it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you got it. Somebody said I got denied from DCU. Remember, I told you what to structure your credit report kind of needs to look like. So go back and just make sure your credit report is structured right. If not, figure out and start structuring that credit report out properly. I need y'all to drop a 1 in the chat if you got me, if I ain't moving too fast, if y'all understood what I just said. Listen, I tell people, there's certain things you can't Google, you learn from experience or other people's experiences. Understanding peer-to-peer education is next level. Understand, peer-to-peer education is next level. Somebody said, I just got here. Listen, too late. How many of you guys realize a lack of support is worse than a lack of information? How many people actually have a bunch of support. And majority of the people who have great support system, they don't struggle with becoming successful because they're constantly being encouraged. They constantly have somebody pouring into them, telling them that they can do, not somebody telling them what they can't do, not somebody telling them, hey, that's not a good idea. That's when everything changes, when you have a positive support system. What happens is that we have to create the environments to create positive support systems. We need those environments created in our community, right? So what I did was this. I said, listen, I want to help you and one of your business partners, right? Tonight, I want to give somebody, I probably got 23 spots available. It's over 900 people on here tonight. In Atlanta, April 5th and 6th, I'm doing a business building boot camp where I'm going to show people hands-on, me and my team. We're going to I got workbooks being created where we're going to work through workbooks on how to build out your business when it comes to systems, when it comes to SOPs, when it comes to your HR side. I want to sit down with me in person in Atlanta, the 5th and 6th, and help you build your business out. This isn't an offer for everybody. This is a offer strictly for those that are entrepreneurs that are ready to go, listen, I know what I want to do. I need access. Okay, can somebody help me with my business funding? All right, do you got somebody to help me with my business funding and walk me through business funding, making sure everything is done and set up in person, that somebody can actually help me hands-on? Like, can we do that? And then help me structure, make sure my business is actually structured properly and show me how to really take it to the next level. These are the things that I want to do. I told you guys, my goal is to make 100 millionaires. A lot of people, the things that you need is inside the university where you start building, getting the grasp and start building. But some people say, yo, listen, I need something in person. I need hands-on help. I need to work with you. I need your resources. I need people off your team there helping me. I need to understand it, right? Resources, my network, strategies, and the success when it comes to actually getting access to capital to grow your business, right? This is one of the things that is next level. Why I don't do this often. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. I don't really do this often, but what I do realize is this: in order for us to gain success, in order for you guys to realistically me help create 100 millionaires, I'm trying to see, what I want to see is that if I come in and give you guys actual playbooks, not, hey, I'm gonna talk to you about life. No, here's a guided schedule where we're gonna actually walk through what your business should look like, what your system should look like, exactly what you need to do to go to the next level. Exactly what you need to do. You need business funding. Here goes your guys. Here goes your resources. Here's somebody, a company. Here's my people that can actually help you do it hands on. And you get to strategize with me to make sure you're building out properly, not just for you, but you and a team member. So you plus one, because I'm going to tell you something, as a CEO, you got to have an employee or a business partner, because two brains are better than one, right? Two brains are better than one. Why? Because you look at things and process things differently. I would suggest that when I invite you here, if you take action tonight, you bring an employee. If you don't have one yet, I will help you hire one when you get there. But it's one of them things that I'm telling you is that this is a hands-on event and a full training boot camp. All right. This is in Atlanta, the 5th and 6th. These are the things that we're going to actually go over: sales and marketing tactics of a $25 million brand. You guys see the brands that I've been able to build, but not only my brand, but you understand that I'm part of a $100 million business now, and I understand the sales and tactics of that. How many of you guys understand mergers and acquisitions? A lot of people don't realize what mergers and acquisitions are or how it can affect you. Let me explain something to you. You imagine being a restaurant owner and you go and buy DMV Eats. You imagine being a restaurant owner and you go buy DMV Eats. See, that's mergers and acquisition. That's an acquisition. You buy smaller companies that have influence in your industry that will directly benefit and grow your business. Why? If I went as a restaurant owner and bought DMV Eats, if I buy DMV Eats, I now have a promo page in my area that is only going to promo and run ads, or I can cater it to make it generate more traffic to me. I learned how to acquire businesses that do what? Affect my industry. But we don't realize that, hey, there's social media websites that we can go out here and buy. There's little tools that we can go out here and buy that people utilize, that we can go and get $50,000 that's going to help me make $1 million in a year by acquiring this business. See, when it comes to business funding, how to actually get access to capital. When done properly, how to properly go out and acquire smaller businesses in your own niche. See, people say, yo, all these business shout out pages. If you haven't noticed, we bought and created a lot of shout out pages that influence entrepreneurs in the space. And then we tell people to utilize them and help them grow their business because we understood social media marketing. These are the things that are super important. These are the things that help you take your business to the next level. Customer support, training, and development. Any of you guys joined and bought the $5 and my team call you? Did anybody get a phone call from any of my team members? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all get a phone call from any of my team members? Somebody said it's the email, a link in your email, right? Sign in using the link on your email, right? If not, email my team, help@EYLUniversity.com. We will get you taken care of. Right? No link in email for promotion. We will get it sent out. Help@EYLUniversity.com. Right? What happens is this, right? When you email us, help@EYLUniversity, what I want you guys to realize and look at is that we will get you taken care of. We will get you taken care of. Okay? But you have to learn how to actually build out a support team. Right? You have to learn how to build out a support team. Understanding customer support and training is one of the key things to a business. Right? That's one of the key things to a business. How to actually scale your business. Right? How to actually scale your business. HR training and development. How many of you guys actually have somebody who teaches you how to hire? How many of you guys actually have an assistant that teaches you how to hire? These are things that you have to be mindful of. It's like, yo, when I actually hire people, who's going to help me hire? What's the process of putting out ads, finding qualified employees? A lot of times we find we go and look and think we got to go compete and pay what everybody else is paying. We have to learn how to actually hire employees. These are things that's super important. How do you profit from hiring inside the US? See, I have one VA on our team. Other than that, everybody is United States based. Everybody who works in my organization is United States based. Everybody is US based. This is a 2-day training. I want to help you transform your business into a money-making machine and understand, give you the actual guideline that's needed. All right. This is for 2 days in person with me, right? It was 100 tickets available. I've sold some online. We got about 34 tickets left. I just did my first ADP payroll. Congratulations, right? That's something that changes people's business. Listen, we got about, I don't know, it's 23, 34. It was one of them numbers left. It's over 900 people in here today. Somebody said, I never learned this in school or college. Listen, this is an exclusive offer. If you're a member of the university or not, this is an exclusive offer at $997 instead of $2,000. You guys will see every single training boot camp that I do moving forward. If I do it again, will be $2,000 minimum. This one is $997. You get the tickets from bootcamprp.com. Bootcamprp.com. Listen to me. There will, when you look at this training, it will not be more than 100 people in this room. It will not be more than 100 people in this room. And realistically, my team put 100, it's 50 people because 2 people get to come. So when you buy a ticket, it's you plus 1. So 50 people get to come. It's $997 for you plus 1. So you and a team member for $997. A 2-day in-person training. This is hands-on training. This is not, hey, let me come and tell you out. This is not motivation. Let me be clear. This is not motivation. This is not come, I want to be inspired. This is come with my laptop. This is come with my actual my business plan, knowing what I'm doing, my goals align, the things that I need. This is come with that. This is hands-on. Hey, I'm speaking to HIM500 in person. I'm asking you strategy questions live. If you shy and you don't want to talk around other business owners and you want to think you're going to like, let me have it one-on-one, this ain't it. This is we here. Everybody in here is building a business. Everybody in here got a question. Everybody in here want to figure it out. Ask questions. Get your questions answered. Ask for strategies. Let's build strategies together. This is that. This is come. Let's work now. Let's get to work. Let's build the blueprint out. Let's give you the foundation. Let's put the systems in place. This is not, I'm going to go home and do it. This is, hey, day one, when you come back in the morning, come back with a login and let's figure out how to set your email campaigns up properly. This is that type of go to work, hands-on training. This is not, oh, I just want to learn. If you are not coming to do hands-on work and you're not really ready to go, let's go. Yes, the $997 includes your partner. The $997 includes your partner. Can we drop the link? Yeah, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Bootcamprp.com. Bootcamprp.com. It's in Atlanta. Let me see. Bootcamprp.com. It's in Atlanta on April 5th and 6th. April 5th and 6th in Atlanta. Chapter meetings, yes. Great price, especially for 2 people. This is in Atlanta, August 5th and 6th. I will tell you, if you're not in Atlanta, I would suggest you fly into Atlanta. I don't know if you follow me and you've been tuned in with me, but I do not have opportunities where we actually sit down and work with people hands-on. Everything else is in the university. You go learn in the university. We do different calls, but we're actually doing hands-on. Is there any prerequisites? No. I would just, if you already have a business, you know what you're doing, you know what you want to do, and you like, yo, I need help building it. I need help with funding. Everybody's going to come at different levels. That's why we're attacking every single different level. You may need help with business funding and strategy on exactly what I need to build out and what this needs to look like for me. And I know what I want to do. I kind of got the resources, but I just can't pull it all the way together. I just can't pull it all the way together. If you can't, let's go. That's what it's there for, to help you build that strategy out. Like exactly what I said, I help somebody. If you notice tonight, I help you create a business model based around helping restaurant owners. You may go, that has nothing to do with me. Can you help me create the business model? Can you help me create, a business model around, I want to, I don't know, you're a barber. And you like, yo, I'm trying to take my barber to the next level. Yo, I'm trying to launch a course and I want to take my course to the next level. These are things that, that's what this is for. Let me see. That's who this is for. Boom. I'm trying to look in. Let me know who's going to be joining me in Atlanta. I need to know who's going to be joining me in Atlanta. As we go through and we build, like I told you guys, listen, my goal is to build 100 millionaires, right? 100 millionaires. I want to know who those millionaires are going to be. I want to know who the millionaires are going to be that we're going to actually help generate and help take businesses to the next level, especially during the upcoming recession that's coming on now. With everything that's going on now, right? I need to know who's going to actually be inside, who's going to join me in Atlanta. Bootcamprp.com, right? Bootcamprp.com, right? This is where we actually start to realistically build. This is where you start to see, hey, listen, I want to take my business to the next level. I realistically want to really grow my business. I want to see my streams of income grow. I understand that I can't rely on somebody else to feed me. I can't continuously allow somebody else to actually pay me and generate income from me. What happens when businesses go out of business? What happens when they start to lay off? What happens? In reality, what happens when people start to get laid off? At that point, what happens? How many of you guys during the pandemic got laid off from your job? How many of you guys look at these banks closing and realize that with banks closing, that could have put a lot of businesses in jeopardy to actually go out of business? There was a lot of businesses that I'm getting emails from saying, yo, I'm actually, that was our merchant provider, right? That was our merchant provider. If don't make a payment right now, wait. Don't make a payment, wait. They're trying to switch merchant providers because of the fact that the bank closed that they were actually banking through. These are the things that actually go on. Somebody said, I got laid off January 14th. I say that to say that it is real right now if you do not understand how to generate capital. I don't tell people, hey, you gotta start a business too. When you start your business, is that you gotta quit your job. No, you start a business just in case you ever lose your job or you decide that you don't want to be there no more. Because the worst thing is to get into a position where you lose your job and they tell you, unfortunately, we don't need you anymore. And now you gotta figure it out. Now you got to figure it out. What you don't want to get into is a position where you have to figure it out when you don't need it. It's just like credit. You don't realize you need it until you need it. Why is it that every time somebody understands or comes to me and say, I need help with my credit, I need to do this, is because they actually need it. When they say, yo, I need help with my credit, is when they actually need it. See, the time to fix your credit is when you don't need it. That's the best time to fix your credit, is when you actually don't need it. Those are the things that you want to be mindful of. All right. Those are the things that you want to be mindful of. When you say, oh man, I need to create hey, some of you guys may need to come and create a side business. How many of you guys realize, like it's things that you're into and you want to realistically learn how to create a side business? And when you create a side business, you realize, hey, at least I have another stream of income to fall back on, or build my savings account from, or build my real estate portfolio with, or build my investment portfolio with. These are things that we all must have. If you don't have this in place, you are not setting yourself up to win. Somebody keep posting the same comment in the chat. Block. Right? These are the things that we have to be mindful of. These are the things that we always want to be on point and think about. Right? I always want us to be on point and always be efficient when we think about, hey, how are we going to get to the next level? I've never seen somebody save their way to success. You cannot save your way to success. I'm going to go work and I'm going to save the money that I have. A lot of times we don't understand the risk versus reward. What is it? What rewards am I looking to gain to actually go to the next level? What rewards am I looking to get access to? Like, what is it that I want out of life? I want $15,000 a month. I need $20,000 a month. Well, what strategies do I need to actually keep me accountable and help me be effective? Would it be beneficial to be in a Facebook group amongst 50 business owners who all sit in 2 days in a boot camp and go through every detail on building the business out and then hold each other accountable in a group of 50 and saying, hey, how's this working for you? Hey, how's this working for you? And now over the next year, you got it. Plus you got all the resources in EYL University. This is what dedication and next level needs to look like. But you got to be committed to it. If I'm committed to it, are you committed to it? I need to know, drop one in the chat if you committed to your success. If I commit to you Will you commit to me? If I commit to you and give you my time, my brain, my energy, and help you strategize to build a business, can you give that same commitment? Can you give that same commitment? Can you commit for a year? Can you commit for 6 months? If you commit for 6 months, guarantee you see a difference. Can you give that level of commitment to yourself? If I'm willing to give you that level of commitment, I'm willing to give you the commitment to say, hey, listen, I'm going to sit down and I'm willing to sit down and train you and spend time with you and build everything with you and show you exactly what I've done in my business, show you what other businesses done, bring other business owners in to train you on the businesses to help you get to the next level, to help you get to millionaire status. Would you do that? What is that? What does that look like for you? Are you committed to that? Can you commit to yourself? Can you commit that to yourself that I'm willing to spend a year dedicating to generating streams of income to myself, for myself, based off of myself? Not I'm going to pay somebody else to do all the work for me. I'm willing. A lot of times, a lot of people don't want to commit to coming doing the work. Why? Because they have to do it themselves. But they just don't realize that when you put a system, when you create systems and you understand how to utilize the actual workforce and workplace, it's not as hard as you think. But acquiring the information is tough. But acquiring the information is tough. Somebody said, if your ticket invites two, go half on the price. Listen, if 997 is a problem for you, don't come. I don't know who Finesse LLC is, but don't come. But I need anybody. I'm not talking to people who are not committed to themselves. If if you ask and you desire to make millions and you trip and stumble over hundreds, guess what? That's you already you tripping on the biggest roadblock, the first roadblock that hit you that come your way. Imagine being on saying I want to be on the road to millions and you trip over hundreds. Imagine that. Like imagine the mindset why you won't make it to that finish line. You will not make it to that finish line stumbling and thinking that, hey, if I save $100 here, my life changes. If I want to make $1 million, what I do, anything that is aligning me to get there is non-negotiable. I'm not negotiating with it. I'm not negotiating with getting up at 6 a.m. I'm not negotiating with if I got to go drive for Uber to make $1,000 to pay $1,000 to come and sit in person and actually learn from somebody who is worth over $10 million. I don't know how many millionaires you got to actually learn from that you can say, okay, this is a certified millionaire. Okay, this is somebody who's certified who actually builds businesses. This is somebody who actually gave me tactical steps for free that showed me exactly how I can build my business, how I can build a business, how I can go out and generate income with tactical steps for free that aren't catered directly towards me. But I want to get them catered towards me. I want to see what I need to do to actually build a profitable business. I don't want to be part of the black people who they say has a zero net worth in 2053. At one point, we have to begin there and say, yo, I just don't want to be a part of the people who they say have a zero net worth. That's part of the game that changes everything. That's part of the game that changes everything. So I said we started at 1.2 thousand. We already got to 711. You can tell who's serious. What happens is that your business has to continuously build. We are built around businesses. I have built everything that I've built around business. I speak to businesses. You don't see me change. We will continuously to talk about business, continuously build business. We will continuously build businesses. It's mandatory in our community. Why? Who do we employ? This price is unheard of for two. No, it definitely is. It'll never happen again. I will mark my words, it will never happen again. This opportunity to come to a boot camp for $997 for two people will never happen again. It will never happen again. My team already said it should have been 2,000. I opened my mouth up before and said it was $997. This is not a thing where we want millions of people. This is small. This is an in-person classroom setting. This ain't hype, glam. You don't see a lot of promotion. This is not something that will be sold to a lot of people. This is very in-person, closed in. Right? This is one of the things that you realistically need to come and see, hey, nah, I need to be in this room. All right. So listen, I'm not gonna hold you guys up all night. We've been on here 3 hours. Listen, I appreciate everybody. I'm looking forward to everybody who's gonna meet me in Atlanta, August 5th and 6th. Go to bootcamprp.com. I will see you guys in Atlanta on the 5th and 6th. All right. I will see you on the 5th and 6th. I will be teaching at the boot camp how to create multiple streams of income, how to go get business funding. These are things I will be teaching you guys on how to diversify your portfolio, diversify what it is that you generate income from to take it to the next level. New Life Financial said they will be there. Let's go. Listen, I will see you in Atlanta. All right. Everybody who purchased tonight, I will see you guys in Atlanta. I'm excited. I will see you guys there. Let's get it. All right. Let's go. The boot camp will be in Atlanta. You will have to be in Atlanta. Anytime I do a boot camp, it will be in Atlanta. Just the next time I do it, it's going to be double the price. All right. Well, listen, love is love. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys took away what you needed. I hope you guys learned some things tonight, and you actually enjoyed it. It was worth your time. It was worth my time to communicate with you guys because I don't know how it's going to affect you or what you're going to see from it, but I just hope that it pushed you in a positive direction. Something I said resonated with you to help you go to the next level and just be a better person for your community and for your family, to just realistically make our community as a whole a better place, you guys. So look, man, shout out to you guys. Have a good night, and I will see you guys on the other side.